Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet on.
Tonight, we're headed into the story of the Necronomicon and several different books of the dead. From the twisted mind of H.P. Lovecraft to the guidebooks to the other side. Let's get ready for death, passengers. Listener discretion is always advised. All aboard the Midnight Train podcast.
The worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease and pus pours out.
Hello, passengers.
Hi.
Welcome to the Midnight Train podcast, where we bring the dark to light.
Now in a more comfortable
And now,
setting.
yeah, more comfortable. Yeah, if you're
Well,
watching
for
us
two
on
of
YouTube
us.
right now.
For two of us.
Well, it's still got to be a little more comfortable, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I can stretch my legs out.
Well, you guys know what it means when we bring the dark to light. We make fun of and joke about creepy shit while bringing you as much information on each topic as possible. I am your host, the conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer. And with me, as always, are my co-hosts, Mr. Moody and Logan.
Hello. Thank you.
Say hi.
Applause all around
Say
today.
hi.
It's good for everyone.
It is
fellas.
good for everyone.
Good
It's
vibes,
nice.
man.
So you beautiful bunch of dark passengers know that we're just a bunch of musicians and assholes that love history and cannot get enough of the mysterious.
Got a guitar to prove it now.
Yeah, we do have a guitar. Does it? Hey.
Not bad.
Bing. Bing. But thank you guys so much for listening right now. You guys have no idea how much it means to us. Your reviews and support really do make all of the hard work worthwhile.
They do.
If you can,
They
hop
do.
on over to Apple Podcasts and give us a review.
Please.
5-star would be awesome if you could do that.
Please, yeah.
If not, whatever. It does help.
Fuck it.
Yeah, but whatever. You know, we're
Oh, wait, am I allowed to do that? We're live, right? But I can
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're past.
we're a minute and 50 seconds in, so you're good, bud.
Oh, good.
Hey,
fuck,
we
fuck,
did
fuck,
that.
fuck, fuck.
Fuckity fuck.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys can also find us on Spotify and iHeartRadio by typing the Midnight Train podcast in their search bar and clicking the follow button. You'll then get each episode as they are released. And Patreon subscribers are now known as
Poopers.
poopers.
The poopers.
So if you haven't signed up for Patreon and you want to be a pooper,
John, what does pooper stand for?
I don't have it in front of me.
Oh, no.
It's hold on. I can get it. It's the People's
Organization.
of
Para-
Obscurities and Paranormal Research.
There it is.
Wow.
Hey,
Look
yeah.
at the big brains on bread.
That's right. So we made a group specifically for our Patreon producers, our poopers.
Which, if
And-
you had paid attention in the past, you'll know that was your that was the group that you wanted to make up years ago, right?
Yeah, it was something I wanted to do forever
Right.
ago. And it was like, fuck it. I think it'd be fun to give them an actual, a name.
So
And
we're going to use that for you guys.
that's right. And we're going to get patches. We're going to get stickers. We're going to get all
Yep.
kinds of cool stuff
Yep.
that you guys are going to be getting. It's
We're
going
going to go into our ghost hunt as poopers.
That's right. Can they put that on their website, you think?
I don't know. Why not?
We'd like to welcome poopers coming in. It'd be the poopers, wouldn't it?
It'd be just pooper.
It'd be pooper.
Pooper.
Yeah.
But
The pooper.
Because the people's organization. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pooper.
It's the pooper.
And then everyone.
It's so
If
amazing.
you want to get in the pooper, you got to sign up.
So if you do sign up in our great poopers that we have on deck, they are amazing. And
That's what we should call the group, the poop deck.
the poop deck.
Yeah, I
It's
like
going to be
that.
so much fun, man. So they get all kinds of cool bonus episodes, which we just did just recently.
Hoover Dam.
The Hoover Dam, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. And then
We've got
next
like
one coming
4
up.
more on deck, right?
Yeah,
now.
the next one coming up is going to be the Chicago Fire.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got that
the
one.
Great
And then
Chicago
after
Fire.
that, we've got you've got one on Whitey Bulger.
Whitey
you're working
Bulger,
on.
Bulger, whatever his name
I've
is.
got the Voynich manuscript done, ready to go.
Yeah, so we got
that
a
one
lot
ready.
of really cool stuff for
Ooh.
you guys. So if
That'll
you
be
want to become a pooper and you want to be an amazing person that supports our show, please head on over to the patreon.com/The Midnight Train Podcast or head over to themidnighttrainpodcast.com. Pick up some merchandise. I threw some new shit up there recently. We now have iPhone and Samsung cases.
The new iPhone and Samsung case.
Yeah.
Not the old ones.
Yeah. Yeah, the new ones.
The new ones.
And then there's also a laptop case over there now. And there's a bunch of mugs. There's a bunch of cool shit. So get on over there and check it out. And speaking of our Patreon, our amazing poopers, we've decided that once we hit 100 poopers, we're going to start giving 10% to a specific charity that we will announce every month. So get bonuses, give to a good cause. Sounds simple enough, right?
I like it.
Yeah. Also, please jump on if you are one of our poopers and you want to join to our the special Patreon only Facebook page. Please do that. Of course, we have to make sure that you are one of the elite, right?
Yeah.
One of the elite. Yeah. How you liking your chair over there, buddy?
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I just got to figure out how to get this thing.
I can barely hear you.
Barely hear me right now.
When that's your only problem. Yes,
Ooh.
I get it. I get it.
He's just mad because how he's sitting right now. He hates it.
It's great.
He hates it.
Hi, everybody.
Is it that bad?
No, it's cool. My ass cheek is just numb on the one side, but we'll be all right. I'll make it work.
It's so funny. Anyway, sorry, we're taking forever to get into this thing. I'm excited about this. Listen, subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, everything, all those. Get on there right now, like YouTube, our YouTube watchers right now. Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, guys.
And just make sure that you guys are in
Is
there.
anybody actually watching us right now?
Oh, we actually have one concurrent viewer.
Oh, nice. Whoever you are.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
You beautiful motherfucker.
Now, listen, we don't even promote these things.
It's actually one of us.
Yeah, it probably is. It's probably just me.
Yeah, we actually we don't promote these things. It's just kind of like when we want to just drop it, we drop it on YouTube. So you got to subscribe to our channel to find out when we actually happen to come out and do things.
And
right?
once we hit 100 YouTube subscribers, we're going to stop live streaming.
Yes.
Wait, what? Anyway, let's turn down the lights.
All right.
Adjust our seats.
Yeah.
Grab a drink.
He can adjust it.
And let's get spooky. But first, here's a toast to all you beautiful motherfuckers. We need a strobe light in here now.
The lights go down.
Yeah, everything just like.
Very pretty.
It's the Midnight Strain Podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta record that. It's the Midnight Strain Podcast.
Bringing the
What?
poop.
What?
We're gonna have a good show today. I'm super extremely excited about this one. Because we're talking about the motherfucking Necronomicon, but we're talking about all different kind of variations of said Book of the Dead,
Well,
right?
Several.
Several.
Yeah, there's several.
Few.
A plethora.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, it started getting kind of long, so we talked. There's a couple in there, and then
Oh, you were saying it was starting to get like pretty.
yeah, it was
there's
a long.
lot
It's
of
going to
shit.
be a long episode, so
Okay.
we talk about. There's just four different Necronomicons that we talk about.
Cool.
The actual fictional Necronomicon, and then three more.
Nice. Okay.
So in today's episode, we are taking a different approach, right?
Okay.
We are starting off in the realm of fiction and learning about the Necronomicon, a fictitious book made up by a man who we've discussed in the past. Then we will switch gears and head into the real world, the land of the living, as some say, except we are looking at the land of the dead. We'll be discussing a few true life Necronomicon books or books of the dead. We have some examples of true to life books discussing preparation of the dead, helping them cross over, even what to do and expect when you get to the other side. So without further ado, let's get into this by visiting a previous subject, the one and only magnificently weird H.P. Lovecraft.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, was he a regular episode or was that a bonus?
He was a regular.
That was a regular.
Yeah, that
episode,
was a
right?
regular.
Okay.
In fact, since we've discussed old HP in a separate episode, we are not going to get into the man himself, really. If you want to hear our take on Lovecraft, make sure to check out episode 37
Oh, he had it ready to go. Very
from
nice.
way back in January of 2020.
Wow.
Yeah. That was before COVID. That was BC. BC. It was. That's how everything is now. BC.
Was that? Yeah, that was before.
before
that was,
COVID, yeah.
that was before we did all of our quarantine episodes.
Yeah,
and shit?
because that happened in March is when that shit started. So it was right before.
Yeah.
Right.
So what we are going to look at, however, is the book that he references in 10 separate stories. Those stories include the Call of
10?
Cthulhu, the Dunwich Horror,
Ooh.
the Haunter of the Dark, the Thing on the Doorstep, and several others.
Wow.
Hey, it's a thing on the doorstep.
You ever see, what's that guy's name? He's an actor, and he's always yelling at his mom about shitting in the yard. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
He's like, Mom, there's a fucking cat out here. He's like, this fucking cat's hideous. And he's like yelling at her the whole time.
I
Yeah.
don't think
So
I've seen
funny.
that.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. I can't remember what his name is. He was in Zebrahead, if you guys have ever seen that movie.
Oh,
I've heard of the band Zebrahead.
Yeah, no, it was a movie. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, whatever. So, the book we are talking
Not
about
working very
is, of course, the motherfucking Necronomicon. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, you can see Moody trying to figure out his
Look,
microphone.
it's a new setup. We're
We got a
trying
new
to figure it out,
setup,
man.
and it's just
Ooh,
we're-
almost knocked a mug off the table.
we are far more comfortable, but we're still
We just got to figure it. We got
got bugs to work out.
look. Our stands are shit. That's all we're saying.
Right. Yeah, we got to get new stands.
Yeah.
So that's right. The Necronomicon, as most of you know, it was made up by Lovecraft himself. The book became such a part of his stories that Lovecraft wrote a short history of the book itself. That being said, let's see what the history of the book is, as written by the creepy genius himself.
Let us.
Original title, Al-Azif. Azif being the word used by Arabs to designate that nocturnal sound made by insects.
As if
Shah.
Book of the Dead. As if, bro.
So it's a sound supposed to be the howling of demons. Composed by Abdul Al-Hazred. Al-Hazred. Yeah, I was right. A mad poet of Sinai in Yemen who was said to have flourished during the period of Umayyad caliphs circa 700 AD. He visited the ruins of Babylon and the subterranean secrets of Memphis and spent 10 years alone in the great southern desert. Memphis. Well, I'm walking in Memphis.
My daughter had to do a
I saw it.
yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah, she did.
That was a
She
song,
did awesome.
That was a song she did.
Yeah, she's ice skating, right?
Yeah.
By the way, happy birthday to Danny.
Yes, I hope you guys are all happy. I'm here doing this. My wife hates me because it's her birthday and I'm here. So
Well, priorities, buddy.
tell her that.
And so he visited these ruins in Memphis or whatever, and the great southern desert of Arabia, the Roba el Khalieh, or empty space, of the ancients, and Dana, or crimson desert of the modern Arabs. This is, again, all his telling here.
Yes.
Which is held to be inhabited by protective evil spirits and monsters of death.
Ooh.
Of this desert, many strange and unbelievable marvels are told by those who pretend to have penetrated it. In his last years, all right. In his last years, Alzred dwelt in Damascus, where the Necronomicon was written, and of his final death of disappearance, 738 AD, many terrible and conflicting things are told. He is said by, oh my God, Ibn, I think that's a name, Ibn, E-B-N, Ibn,
Yeah.
Ibn, all right, Kalakan, 12th century biographer, to have been seized by an invisible monster in broad daylight and devoured horribly before a large number of frozen witnesses. Ooh. Can you imagine? Something just starts eating someone out of nowhere and you can't see what it is.
I cannot.
Good talk. Of his madness, many things are told. He claimed to have seen fabulous Irim, or city of pillars, and to have been beneath the ruins of a certain nameless desert. Fabulous Irim. Ah!
This city is fabulous.
It's fabulous. And secrets of a race older than mankind. He was only an indifferent Muslim worshipping unknown entities whom he called Yog Sothoth and Cthulhu. By the way, a lot of his shit that he came up with, he actually came up with, like, he just wrote shit because he never wanted to, like, if you asked him how to pronounce, like, a word or whatever, he'd be like, I don't know, what do you think it is? Like, he would just write shit out, and he would never, like, ever come out and be like, well, it's called this.
So he's a dick.
Yeah, well, we've talked about him, yeah. In AD 950, the Azif, which had gained a considerable, though surreptitious, circulation amongst the philosophers of the age, was secretly translated into Greek by Theodorus Philetus of Constantinople.
Philetus?
Philetus. Yes.
Would he fillet us?
Philetus? I don't know. All I know is, but all I hear in my head now is Istanbul was Constantinople. Out of Istanbul was Constantinople. Constantinople. Sorry. I love that damn song.
It's why did Constantinople get the works?
That's nobody's business but the Turks. Sorry,
That's a good
shit.
one.
That's They Might Be Giants.
Yes.
Right there.
They might be.
Brought to you by the idiots at the Midnight Dream Podcast. Anyway. So this was in Constantinople under the title Constantinople.
Wow.
Under the title Necronomicon. For a century, it impelled certain experimenters to terrible attempts when it was suppressed and burnt by the patriarch Michael. Yeah. After this, it is only heard of furtively. What the fuck word? Furtively? Furtively?
Furtively.
But 1228, Olaus Wormius made a Latin translation later in the Middle Ages, and the Latin text was printed twice. Once in the 15th century in black letter, evidently in Germany, and once in the 17th, probably Spanish. Both editions being without identifying marks and located as to time and place by internal typographical evidence only. Yeah. Yeah. The work, both Latin and Greek, was banned by Pope Gregory IX in 1232, shortly after its Latin translation, which called attention to it. Again, this is a fictional history of a fictional book. Correct. All made up by Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I like it.
fucking wow. The Arabic, and I'm still going, the Arabic original was lost as early as Wormius's time, as indicated by his prefatory note and no sight of the Greek copy, which was printed in Italy between 1500 and 1550, has been reported since the burning of a certain Salem man's library in 1692.
Wow.
An English nice.
It's a little farther away.
An English translation made by Dr. D was never printed and exists only in fragments.
Yeah, Dr. D.
Dr. D.
I've seen movies that start with that guy.
Dr. D's nuts. And exists only in fragments recovered from the original manuscript. Of the Latin text now existing, one is known to be in the British Museum under lock and key, while another is in the Bibliothèque Nationale at Paris. A 17th century edition is in the Widener Library at Harvard and in the Library of Miskatonic University at Arkham, also in the Library of the University of Buenos Aires. Numerous other copies probably exist in secret, and a 15th century one is persistently rumored to form part of the collection of a celebrated American millionaire. A still vaguer rumor credits the preservation of a 16th century Greek text in the Salem family of Pickman, but if it was so preserved, it vanished with the artist R.U. Pickman, who disappeared early in 1926.
R.U. Pickman?
R.U. Pickman.
R.U. Pickman?
Are you? No, but are you?
I'm asking, are you Pickman?
No, I am not Pickman. But are you is?
Are you?
Are you is or is you not my baby? The book is rigidly suppressed by the authorities of most countries and by all branches of organized ecclesiasticism. Ooh, that was a good one.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah,
Reading.
You did well on that.
Thank you. Reading leads to terrible. I'm not drunk yet. That's the thing. Yeah. Just I'll keep going. Don't worry.
Yes. Keep it up.
By the way, we are sucking down some grapefruit goggle fogger from Fatheads Brewery here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Tasty.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's fun. It was.
Look, I'm just gonna tell you. You said grapefruit. It's not as bad as I thought it was.
That's good.
Actually,
That's good.
So,
It was from.
I hate grapefruit.
Yeah. It was from rumors of this book, of which relatively few of the general public know, that R.W. Chambers is said to have derived the idea of his early novel, The King in Yellow. Okay, so all of that, literally all just made up.
Mm-hmm.
It was bullshit.
All bullshit. Every single bit of that. I mean, like everything from like Arkham. Arkham's not even a real place. It's a place that he actually created himself. You know what I mean?
Are we sure about that?
Yeah.
You're sure about
As
that?
far as his Arkham is, yes. Yes, I'm sure of this. So that was the history of the Necronomicon as written by Lovecraft. Lovecraft stated that the name of the book came to him in a dream. Some claim, however, that Lovecraft was inspired by Robert W. Chambers' collection of stories titled The King in Yellow, even though he isn't thought to have read the book until the late 1920s. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Another person theorized the book was derived from Nathaniel Hawthorne. When asked about the Necronomicon, Lovecraft always maintained that it was wholly his invention. Basically, he says he did it all himself.
Right.
Like it came to him in a fucking dream.
His invention.
Holy,
yes.
entirely
With
his
a
invention.
WH.
Yes. I was like, Holy. Anyway, he just says it is, even through the history of the Necronomicon, played as a historical text. So he's basically trying to tell people that, no, it's real. No, I swear to you it is. I swear. I swear, I swear. No. Despite the book showing up in several stories, the details of the book were pretty sparse. There were a few passages and words that were attributed to the Necronomicon.
Mm-hmm.
The book's physical properties are not really talked about, but generally it's described as being bound in some sort of leather. Mm-hmm.
I have many leather-bound books.
my
apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Drink up, fuckers. And with metal clasps. As for the passages attributed to the book, there is a fairly long one that is described in the Dunwich Horror. The passage reads as follows.
Are you going to open up like a portal to hell right now?
And we can try.
Do it.
Nor is it to be
Yes.
thought that man is either the oldest or the last of Earth's masters, or that the common bulk of life and substance walks alone. The old ones were, the old ones are, and the old ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between them. They walk serene and primal, undimensioned, and to us unseen. Yog-Sothoth knows the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the key and guardian of the gate. Past, present, future, all are one in fucking word. Yog-Sothoth. He knows where the old ones broke through of old, and where they shall break through again. He knows where they had trod earth's fields, and where they still tread them, and why no one can behold them as they tread. What the fuck? This is so like... he had to be high as shit writing this, or like slam drunked.
Drunked.
I'm getting there. All right. You like that? That's good stuff. By their smell By their smell can men sometimes know them near, but of their semblance can no man know, saving only in the features of those they have begotten on mankind. And those are my brain starting to hurt from this. Holy shit. Of those there are many sorts, differing in likeness from man's truest eidolon to the shape without sight or substance which is them. They walk unseen in foul and lonely places, where the words have been spoken and the rites howled throughout their seasons.
Can I stop you right there for a second?
I mean, please.
I need you to read the rest of this in Isaiah's voice.
Oh, shit. All right. The wind givers with their voices, and the earth mutters with their consciousness. They bend the forest and crush the city, yet may not forest or city behold the hand that smites. Kadath in the cold waste hath known them, and what man knows Kadath? The ice desert of the south and the sunken isles of ocean hold stones whereon their seal is engraven. But who has seen the deep frozen city?
So much better.
Or the sealed tower long garland with seaweed and barnacles? Great Cthulhu is their cousin, yet can he spy them only dimly. Lie, Shub-Niggurath.
He's the goat with 1,000 young, by the way.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. It's in a Morbid Angel song. That's how I know that.
Is it really?
Yeah. Shub-Niggurath, goat with 1,000 young.
Shub-Niggurath.
Yeah.
That is I don't like that word at all. I don't like that.
It's,
Yeah, a little.
especially when Isaiah says it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not mean in any disrespect. As a foulness shall... hold on. Sorry. As a foulness shall ye know them. Their hand is at your throats, yet ye see them not, and their habitation is even one with your guarded threshold. Yog-Sothoth is the key to the gate, whereby the spheres meet. Man rules now where they ruled once. They shall soon rule where man rules now. After summer is winter, after winter summer. They wait, patient and potent, for here shall they reign again.
That was so much better than regular.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was like super like, holy
Look,
shit.
So men rule where they used to rule, but they're going to rule where men rule now. That's what he said.
Wait, what?
That's what he said. He said men rule where they used to rule, but they will soon rule where men rule, which is basically they're just getting their shit back.
All right. Another is a considerably smaller snippet that is actually found in 2 stories.
I'd like to hear Isaiah say this as well.
All right. Call of Cthulhu and the Nameless City, which goes as follows. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. I need that as a ringtone.
Very nice.
That was delicious.
Can you imagine? Like every time someone calls, you just hear, that is not dead. You'd be looking at her like, what the fuck?
That would be great.
Yeah, that is not dead. Oh my God. It is in Call of the Cthulhu that this small couplet is said to be from the Necronomicon. In at least one story, the book was discovered to be disguised as another book. When asked about the contents, Lovecraft once wrote, quote, if anyone were to try to write the Necronomicon, it would disappoint all those who have shuddered at cryptic references to it. According to Lovecraft's history of the Necronomicon, copies of the original
The Necronomicon?
The Nebuchadnezzar. The Necronomicon were held by only 5 institutions worldwide. And we actually talked on these earlier when you said this. It was the British Museum, the Bibliothèque Nationale de France. Oh, de France!
Oh, de France.
We have one is the Bibliothèque. Aha! You do not look impressed.
I'm not impressed.
Fuck you, Mr. Moody.
That's exactly what I thought.
Widener Library of Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts. University of Buenos Aires. Arriba. The library of the fictional Miskatonic University is the also fictitious Arkham, Massachusetts. Ha!
Oh.
The Miskatonic University also holds the Latin translation by Olaus Wormius, printed in Spain in the 17th century. This is how this dude's mind was. Not only did he write a story, and then multiple stories, and then have them all kind of connect, but then he wrote a backstory to the thing that the stories were about. You know what I mean? Like, fucking what? You know, that'd be like, I don't know, fucking, what's something that's an ongoing thing in Stephen King novels or in his movies?
Dude, he's
or
got
whatever.
a bunch of shit. Like a lot of his books, almost all of them tie together.
Well, I guess kind of Lucas did that with Star Wars. I know you don't want to. I'm just saying, as far as like the in-depthness of it is, it's like a whole. All right, but I'm just saying, like he made a world out of it.
No, absolutely, I give him that. Like every character's got a fucking backstory and a name and a like the most random character in a movie has got a name and a backstory.
Yeah, and there's like blueprints for.
Granted, there's like all the books and shit that go along
Yeah.
with it. So
He's got like books that have blueprints of like these fictitious jets and shit like that. Like, yeah,
very nice.
yeah, it's whatever. It's fucking cool.
No, that's good, man. I don't have that kind of patience.
Yeah, I don't either.
I write a book and be like, man, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna go into all these different worlds and have these elaborate backstories, and then it's gonna be so sweet. And then I'm gonna write like Dr. Seuss shit because I just don't care.
You will die. You will die soon. You will die soon in the day of June. There it is. It's done. That's it. Other copies Lovecraft wrote were kept by private individuals. Joseph Kerwin, as noted, had a copy of The Case of Charles Dexter Ward from 1941. A version is held in Kingsport in The Festival from 1925, and the provenance of the copy read by the narrator of The Nameless City is unknown. A version is read by the protagonist in The Hound from 1924.
Okay.
It just means that there's lots of versions. Set quote-unquote
Yes.
versions.
There is it shows up in a lot of places.
Yes. Although Lovecraft always maintained he created the book, there have always been plenty of people who believe the book to be real.
We call those people stupid.
There have been several books published that are supposedly translations of the actual Necronomicon. Now, I'm going to pause just for a second because it reminded me of something. You just said, was that your stomach? It's the Necronomicon. It's coming out. So we have a mutual friend that stopped in and talked to me the other day, and he was telling me that he and a friend of his were like really into the Necronomicon when they were younger.
Ooh.
Who is this?
And they were into it so much that they ended up like branding themselves with some of the Necronomicon. I guess not logos. What would they be like? Symbols? Symbolism. The symbolism.
The symbology there.
Symbolism. So he did that, and then his friend, I guess, was a little bit more into it than he was, and they stopped being friends or whatever, and the guy ended up, unfortunately, committing suicide. I don't know if it was directly related to the Necronomicon. Well, he...
Give me a hint, just so you don't have to say it.
Well, he's really old.
Okay.
Everybody right now knows who we're talking about. Yeah, Chainsaw. He stopped in the other day and he said that he
Really?
used to like follow the Necronomicon and stuff like
it's
that.
not real. you
That's why when you were like, you're an idiot, I was like,
you wasted a good portion of your life, Chainsaw. I mean, granted, you're like 300 years old, but
dude, listen, I used to think I was fucking Spider-Man. All right, so it's fine.
it's a fair point. I used to think I was going to make something of myself. So. I mean, we all fuck up at some point.
Yes. There have been several books published that are supposedly translations of the actual Necronomicon.
Is it supposedly?
Supposedly, particularly. Supposedly.
Yes.
Yes. Interestingly enough, the Vatican received calls every year from people that believe that the real Necronomicon resides there. So they actually
Just
think...
figured out what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
What's that?
I'm going to call the Vatican every month asking if they have the Necronomicon.
You just got to just see if you can talk straight to the Pope.
Yeah. Excuse me, is the Pope there? The Pope.
I know he's there, guy, big hat.
Yeah, he's
Guy, big head.
Got a car with a bubble on it.
Yeah.
Is he there?
Always wears white.
Why can't I talk to the Pope? Because I'm trying to find a fucking Necronomicon.
We know he has it.
We know it's there.
He has the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Is that why he's not answering the phone?
You put that bitch on the phone right now.
Oh my God.
Talk to this Pope ass.
You just called the Pope a bitch. I don't know.
I'm not saying the Pope's a bitch, but I'm not saying he's not.
Oh my God. So
I just pissed off a lot of people.
yes, there have been hoaxes and others. I'm just going to shoot right past that because I don't know. Whatever.
You
There
can
have been.
send all the hate mail
Yes.
to Logan 6.
That's right. There have been hoaxes and others who have added their cards into library files to make it appear as if they have a copy, but it is checked out.
That's amazing.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. That's like
Imagine like you're
super clever.
You're flipping through like looking for like what the hell?
Yeah.
You like go looking for it, you're like it should be right here. It's not there. I don't know.
What do you mean he checked it out 2 weeks ago? What? Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Librarian lady. Do you know who this person is? Is there any way I can? No confidentiality. I can't do that. I can't call him. Okay. Will you do me a favor? When he returns this, will you call me?
Yeah, I need this book.
But it's not real, so it's just like, oh my God, it's so
The
funny.
librarian's just like, oh, this again. God damn.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. In
Yes,
Norway,
sir, we'll call you.
yes, she's looking at him like, sure we will. In Norway, the Library of Tromsø lists that they have a translated version, but it is listed as unavailable. Convenient? In 1978, a version of the Necronomicon popped up that had been edited by George Hay. Hay was a writer and the founder of the Science Fiction Foundation. The version included...
It's gotta be true then.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just like a religion made up by a science fiction writer is real.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
The version included an introduction by the paranormal researcher and writer Colin Wilson. Wilson also wrote a story on the return of the Lloigor? No, it's L-L-O-I-G-O-R.
Yoigro.
Yoigor?
Lloigor?
Yes.
Yoigor.
That sounds like something like a polyp on your ass. Like, oh man, I got that Lloigor again. Oh, it hurts so bad every time I sit down. Oh God.
The doctor gave me preparation H, but it is not working.
I need preparation. Lloigor.
Yes, it does feel good on the whole.
On the whole. So the return of Lloigor, we're going to call it that, in which the Voynich manuscript turns out to be a copy.
Oh shit, son.
A copy of the Necronomicon. That's fucking amazing, which is pretty, it's a cool idea.
That's a great plot point.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. And the Voynich manuscript will be a bonus, so we're going to tackle that very soon. So you guys make sure you become a Patreon pooper to get access to that and all kinds of other amazing bonuses. Yeah. But if you're not familiar with the Voynich manuscript, basically it's a book that was found and nobody can fucking translate it.
It might not even be a real language.
Right.
But
It
you'll
might
just have
not
to
be.
listen.
Yeah.
You'll just have to sign up and listen.
And it's so funny because like a lot of people
We make a run at the Voynich manuscript,
Yeah.
and it's better than anyone else you've ever listened to. about
Damn
the Voynich
straight.
manuscript, So.
I was going to say more, but
Sign
you know
up,
what?
man.
Sign up for bonus, yeah. Kenneth Grant, the British occultist, disciple of Aleister Crowley, Mr. Crowley,
Dum, dum, dum.
who is another future bonus episode topic,
Won't you ride your white horse?
and head of the Typhonian
I've never
Ordo
heard- what does that stand for? The
I'm getting to it. It's the Typhonian Ordo Templi Orientis.
That would be wait, tot?
That's Toto. It's Toto. T-O-T-O. Down Gonna take a while to take me away from you. God, I love that song so much, except fuck Weezer for doing that. Ugh. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a party favor. You shouldn't have left all this shit around.
I know, there's just shit laying all over the place. We did what we could with the amount of time we had.
I think it's fantastic. How's it look on camera there, Logan?
I mean, we can't see your beautiful mug because you're like leaning like
Yeah. You need to
Am I
come
off
this
the
way.
screen?
just a little bit.
Good. Now the government can't see me.
Oh boy.
I can. It's you know what? That's all plausible deniability. It's not fucking me. You can't prove that's me.
Then they just rewind it 30 seconds.
Back here at minute, that's you right there.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that's
I
you.
left though. That's not fucking me in there anymore. I left before the shit went down.
Yeah, before we started calling the Pope names.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't me calling him. Wait, was I on screen for that? Damn it.
So in this, he suggested with this guy, this Kenneth Grant, in the Toto organization. Doom, 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 doom. He suggested in his 1972 book, The Magical Revival, that there was an unconscious connection between Crowley and motherfucking H.P. Lovecraft.
That's a weird combo.
Yeah, because
That's a connection.
That would be great, though. If that's true.
I don't know, Crowley's kind of...
Dude, but you put Lovecraft and Crowley together, imagine the shit that they would come up with.
Yeah, you get Hitler. That's what you get.
No.
That's what you get. That's what you get right there.
Nobody came up with Hitler. He was real.
I'm just saying.
I guess his parents came up with him.
And the mustache! So, Grant claimed that the Necronomicon existed as an astral book as part of the Akashic?
Akashic.
Motherfucker. Akashic records.
Hold this motherfucker. Fuck this, dude.
Yeah, what are you-
I'm fucking breaking. I'm just going to hold it right here.
There you go.
And over to you. How's the weather today?
I'm holding my cock.
No one can see you doing it, though.
Am I still off the
Yes. Come this way.
I don't want to. It's
Come
comfortable.
snuggle.
All right.
This way is more comfortable.
All right.
You can be Big Spoon.
Wow. So anyway, he claims that
Yeah.
he's part of an astral book as part of the Akashic, or the Necronomicon as the Akashic records.
Which I plan on doing a bonus on one day.
There you go.
Or, you know what? Fuck it. That should be an episode one day. We're going to
Okay.
do the Akashic record.
We'll do Akashic records.
I'm cool with it.
And could be accessed through ritual magic or in dreams.
Sure.
Yeah.
Remember when he said it came to him in a dream?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
If you guys could see my face.
Because you moved farther off screen.
I'm not. I'm actually closer now.
It's right there. What are you talking about?
You said it was wide angle.
Oh, my God. You're so funny right now.
Probably.
What?
It is wide angle, but not that fucking wide. You can't go behind it.
So move it back. So how's
This
that?
is what I'm
better?
dealing with.
That
folks.
is so much better.
This is what I'm dealing
Am
with.
I in the shot now?
Yes, we can
Kind
see-
of.
Fuck that. There
Half
you
your
go.
face. Half your faces.
I'm just fucking, my pants are fucking.
You want to sit over here?
Fuck you, man. I don't want to.
He's just having issues right now.
I'm good, man. Just go. Don't
Okay.
worry about me.
All right.
Sitting on my mic cable.
So the Akashic records are a pretty crazy topic, which we will, like Moody just said, definitely cover one day. In theosophy and anthroposophy? Anthroposophy.
Yeah. I went over to her house last night. She gave me an anthroposophy. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I was on my back and shit went sideways.
Anthroposophy.
It's
Is that what it is?
the funniest goddamn word I think I've ever heard in my life.
All right. The Akashic records are a compendium of all.
Akashic.
What?
You said Akashic. It's Akashic.
It's a fucking Shakira. How's that?
At least her hips don't lie.
I don't even know.
That's actually not a bad fucking impression.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You need to learn some Shakira.
I actually worked on that for a very long time.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
So you sat in the mirror waving your hips.
I sit upstairs and I'm like, if I hit on lie, what if on high? Yeah, you know. What? Wait, am I the only one that does that? Is that what we're saying?
Nope, we all do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, moving on. So it is the Akashic. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
That is
Akashic,
correct.
not the Shakira records, are a compendium of all universal events, thoughts, words, emotions, and Chicago.
The Chicago.
Fuck! I was trying to get through that. You just dangled that
I'm
carrot.
sorry.
Fuck!
I couldn't help it.
Chicago.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so an intent ever to have occurred in the past. So this is everything ever, basically, is what this thing's supposed to do.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
past, present, and future, in terms of all entities and life forms, not just human.
Ooh.
All right, so this is like everything. They are believed by theosophists to be encoded in a non-physical plane of existence known as the mental plane. There are anecdotal accounts, but there is no scientific evidence for the existence of the Akashic records.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to do
It's
that.
basically like astral plane shit. Like everybody can connect on a different level, and everything that ever happened is on that level.
Astral plane. Isn't that like a lube?
No, that's astro glide.
Oh,
Yes.
you're Samsonite. I was way off.
Way off.
In 2004, Necronomicon, The Wanderings of Alhazred, there it is, by Canadian occultist Donald Tyson, was published by Llewellyn Worldwide.
That's not even hard.
Yeah. Well, it's Llewellyn.
Yeah.
So is it Llewellyn
No,
or
it's
Llewellyn?
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn. That's what I said.
It's like Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Llewellyn.
Lloyd?
Lloyd has 2 L's at the beginning.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, that's Yoid.
No, that's the Swedish Lloyd.
Hello. Anyway, the Tyson, the Yoid, hello. The Tyson Necronomicon is generally thought to be a closer to Lovecraft's vision than other published versions.
Right.
Okay. Donald Tyson has clearly stated that the Necronomicon is fictional, but that has not prevented his book.
Fictional?
Fictitional. Yeah, that's what
It's
it
not
says.
a word.
It says fictitional. Right here.
Isn't it fictional?
No, it says fictitional.
Okay, well, that's wrong.
Well, I didn't write that.
You're the one that said you went through the whole thing and corrected shit.
It's fictitional. It's fictitious. But anyway, that has not prevented his book from being the center of some controversy.
Ooh.
Tyson has since published Al Has Read, a novelization of the life of the Necronomicon's author. Tyson had also...
Al has read a fictional...
Al Has Read, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You know, good for him.
He's read a lot of books.
Yeah.
Al's a good guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Tyson had also been known to back Grant's thoughts about Crowley, Lovecraft, and the Akashic Records.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet, though. There's another guy out there that's like, yeah, most likely.
And this is something that's completely
seems legit.
It's not even real, technically, right? But
that you know of.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no science. They said there's no science.
Right, there's no scientific proof behind it. It's just kind of a theory. I mean, when you're dealing with shit like that, who knows when we'll ever be able to figure out if that's real or not.
That's true. Yes.
With definitive proof. I mean, any idiot can be like, yeah, dude, we go check the Akashic Records all the time. How are you going to prove them wrong?
To be honest, I've never heard of that before.
Really?
Yeah, never heard of it. Yeah.
That seems like something you'd be into.
Yeah, it sounds like something I'm extremely into. And I can't wait to actually do that as an episode now.
Very nice.
Very, very, very intrigued to go down the hole.
As a pooper?
As a pooper. Go to the hole as a pooper. So the most famous of these versions of the book is the Simon Necronomicon.
Yes.
Named for its pseudo-mononymous compiler. Okay.
Pseudonymous.
Anemone.
By the way, is that hitting you at all?
Yeah.
But not like 100% yet. I'm getting there though.
You want another one?
No, I'm good. I still got to drive home.
Mr. Moody has decided to partake in a gummy today. Right? A little edible.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
It's coming.
good for you.
In a little bit, you probably won't hear me if you either won't hear me at all, or I'm just gonna be like, oh, dude, you're gonna fucking believe this shit. No, this thing that I just saw, it's crazy. I don't know.
So this book is cobbled together from a mishmash of recontextualized Sumerian and Babylonian texts peppered with added references to fictional deities created by Lovecraft and the Orientalist magical system of Aleister Crowley. So holy shit.
It's that whole thing again.
It's a fucking cornucopia of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some yeah.
That's nuts. Simon's text basically steals the work of pioneering Assyriologist.
Yeah.
Assyriologist. It's
someone
just
who studies Assyria.
I get it 100%, but it just, when I look at it, it says ASS, and immediately I'm thinking, wouldn't that be proctologist?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know,
Ass Man. Is that from Seinfeld?
Ass Man, yeah.
The license plate?
Right. Like R.C. Thompson, from whose Devils and Evil Spirits of Babylonia, many of the translations are lifted. In their original context, these texts were incantations against evil spirits and various ills they caused, not spells conjuring them. Simon Simon has a tendency to present description of demons, evil natures in English, but slips back into transliterated Akkadian when the texts begin to call for the spirits to be cast out, leading to an implication that the demons are being invoked rather than exercised. So he's trying to summon demons.
Okay.
Not get rid of the demons.
Interesting.
Yes. What are you doing over there?
We're running into issues with the audio. I'm fixing it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
What?
What's wrong with the
What
audio?
are you doing with that?
It broke.
That's a picture somebody else sent me. Good thing all my porn's on my other computer. Kidding. By the way, yeah.
Yeah, he's just kidding. His other 5 computers.
Correct.
Yes.
They're stockpiled.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the ancient Mesopotamian incantations have come to be considered satanic through a centuries-long process of reinterpretation.
Okay.
The Simon Necronomicon reads its ancient sources through a combination of medieval demonology, 19th century theosophy, and 20th century pulp fiction. So it's basically just a mishmash, but I fucking can't say that word.
You should just stop trying.
Mismatch. Fuck.
Well, with that like Jewish accent, mismatch.
Mismatch.
Mismatch. Or are you saying mishmash?
I think is it mishmash?
Is that what you're trying to say, and that's why you're screwing it up?
The Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash
was a great big
Are you trying to say like 3 different phrases in one?
No, it is. It's mishmash.
Yeah, mishmash.
My mouth hates that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's even easier though.
Mishmash?
Yeah.
Mish.
You know what it is? It's because I had that little bit when I do the shh noise. I have a little speech impediment. I've always had that. Yeah.
That's
I say
that's
it's like
because you're fucking stupid.
mishmash.
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 Yeah.
Oh, I hear it now.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway,
You don't have a speech impediment. You're an idiot.
fuck your face.
With a speech impediment.
You done? You done? You done? But despite its clear origins as a hoax, the Simon Necronomicon has been used as evidence in murder trials like that of Rod Farrell and his so-called vampire clan. In 1996, Farrell murdered the parents of one of his... Huh?
No, keep going.
Oh.
I got to look into this guy.
He murdered
He's got a
the
vampire
parents
clan.
of one of his friends in a brutal but mundane home invasion. But numerous factors that emerged in media coverage of the time, including Farrell's self-identification as a vampire and the discovery of a copy of the Simon Necronomicon in his car, led to the murders being reframed as a satanic ritual killing.
Oh.
This information on the
That's
Simon...
bad. That's just bad luck.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had that book?
Oh, speaking of, that's another thing that Chainsaw was telling me about. His buddy who killed himself, he had that book next to him, the Necronomicon, when he died.
Oh, wow.
Just trying to think. That
Kind
was
of fucked.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a wee little.
Anyway, so moving
I think I
on.
remember reading about that story. It was in the history books. It was in like a book about like the fucking 1500s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember reading about that.
That was just when Chainsaw was like, what, 20?
As a teenager, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So this information on the Simon Necronomicon comes from an article written by Gabrielle McKee for the Institute of the Study of the Ancient World. So that...
What was that guy's name? Rod
Farrell, Ferrell.
Okay.
So that's the basic story and the history of the Lovecraft Necronomicon. Versions of this book have been in storytelling through the ages, including Moody's favorite movies like the Evil Dead series.
Yeah, dude.
It also makes an appearance in Jason Goes to Hell.
Yep.
To build the narrative that the Necronomicon was used in some capacity to bring Jason Voorhees back from the dead.
And there was supposed to be
supposedly
a Jason versus Freddy versus Ash, or at least an Ash and Jason tie-in because of the Necronomicon.
That would have been
dope. They wrote, so they made a comic book series, Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. In the first series, it's like 6 books, is based off of like the script they had started writing for the movie.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, man.
That sounds awesome.
But
I
wish we could have seen that one. That would have been a great one. I guess it was in the pipe, but they couldn't agree on all the licensing because it was 3 different companies and all that.
Come on, you fuck. Just put out a movie. Who gives
that's what
a
happens
shit?
when money's involved, dude.
The Necronomicon was once again shown in Pumpkinhead 2 Electric Boogaloo. Oh, wait. Hold on. That's not the right one. That's not the right one.
No, that doesn't sound right.
It's Blood Wings.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Pumpkin 2 Electric Head. Wait, was it?
Electric Boogaloo?
Electric Head. Pumpkinhead 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
That was when that was the 3rd one, actually.
Yes.
It's when he came back.
Right.
And they had a breakdancing competition.
To save the city.
Right. If he lost, he was just going to wipe out the city.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I adored the original Pumpkinhead movie.
Oh, I love Pumpkinhead.
I was a huge...
Yeah. First one's amazing. I haven't seen this one.
Lance Henriksen is one of my all-time horror dudes, man. He's just so amazing. Love him. So this version of the Necronomicon was shown to be written in Sumerian instead of Arabic. That's in the Pumpkinhead 2 one. So what about real-life books of the dead, Logan?
I would love to hear some more.
Yeah. Well, there are some out there. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is probably the most famous. The Egyptian Book of the Dead, and a lot of people, if you ever talk about the Book of the Dead, that's kind of the one they all talk about.
The Egyptian.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a collection of spells which enable the soul of the deceased to navigate the afterlife. And remember, they were huge into what you were going to do.
Huge.
Huge.
Absolutely huge.
Your shoes are so huge.
So they were huge into the afterlife and what was going to happen to you in the afterlife. So, you know, that's just what the Egyptians did back then. So the famous title was given the work by Western scholars. The actual title would translate as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, or Spells for Going Forth by Day.
That is a lengthy title.
That's a very long title. Book of the Dead sounds way better.
I agree.
Yeah. And a more apt translation to English would be the Egyptian Book of Life. Yeah.
Interesting.
Although the work is often referred to as the ancient Egyptian Bible, there is no such thing, although the two works share the similarity of being ancient compilations. It was it's like I almost dozed off in the middle of that sentence. Compilation. Fuck. Compilations of texts written at different times, eventually gathered together in book form. So you got all that. That makes sense now. It's hitting him. It's totally hitting him
so hard.
That voice is amazing.
Which one? The sleepy one? Dude, he's crying. I hope you guys can see him crying on YouTube right now. Oh, God.
I'm good. So fucking do that again.
Oh. So the Book of the Dead was never codified, and no two copies of the work are exactly the same. They were created specifically for each individual who could afford to purchase one as a kind of a manual to help them after death. The afterlife was considered to be a continuation of life on Earth, and after one had passed through various difficulties and judgment in the Hall of Truth, a paradise which was a perfect reflection of one's life on Earth. Okay? So basically, the more money you had, the better Book of the Dead of your own you had.
Okay.
They'd give you
Right.
more.
Yeah, basically they were like, they would commission these guys.
Right.
To be like, I want you to write one for me, but I want this in it. And like, I think it talks
about it. Yeah.
About how,
Right. So after the soul had been justified in the Hall of Truth, it passed on to cross over Lily Lake to rest in the field of reeds, where one would find anything that one had lost in life and could enjoy it eternally. Okay. Basically heaven.
all my wallets, sunglasses,
USB sticks. I always lose those for some fucking reason. Ugh, it's a pain in the ass.
just have a bucket of that. You're just like,
Bug. Some guy walks up.
is this money good here at least? No? Fuck it.
In order to reach that paradise, however, one needed to know where to go, how to address certain gods, what to say at certain times, and how to comfort oneself in the land of the dead, which is why one would find an afterlife manual pretty fucking useful.
Yeah, it's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, right. You gotta know where to go,
The
what to do.
handbook for the recently deceased.
You can't just show up there.
Nah, you know where to go.
Where are you? Back in the line.
Yeah, that would
get,
suck.
Yeah, get in the back of the line. Stop touching everything. You know? Just fucking God up there like, hey, you, stop. That'd be me. I'd be walking around just poking shit.
No.
Slap
No.
you.
Put your fucking hands down by your side. Don't make me send you back to Earth. So the Book of the Dead originated from concepts depicted in tomb paintings and inscriptions from as early as the 3rd dynasty of Egypt. That's right around 2670 to 2613 BCE.
You're just guessing that, aren't you?
No, I got it in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By the 12th dynasty, which is 1991 to 1802 BCE, these spells with accompanying, god damn it, illustrations were written on papyrus and placed in tombs and graves with the dead.
That's a good word.
Papyrus?
Yeah.
It's a font.
It is a font.
It is a font. That was actually
Wait, is it a font or a font?
font.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because it's a font.
No, it's a font.
It's a font.
Why do you say it so aggressively? It's a font.
Yeah. He's
I'm
like,
making a point right now. It's not font. That'd be F-A-U-N-T.
no, it's not.
That's font.
It's F-O.
Yeah, so it's font.
It's not font.
How about we disagree that the English language is just
Font.
really fucking
You hear that?
difficult?
You hear font.
He sounds like he's saying it through his nose. Font.
Yeah.
No, it's font.
Sounds
It's
like the
not
next
font.
Affleck. Font. Yeah. What kind of insurance you got? Font.
Am I
I think you're losing him, man. It's font.
dude, it's font. It's not font.
Hello?
There you go. Now you can hear.
Font
Yeah,
is F-A-U-N-T.
F-A.
F-O-N-T is font.
Font.
Not font.
Fant?
Font.
It's font.
Like Fanta?
Fucking hate you.
I'm just saying.
Now you're pissing me off.
Oh, we lost it.
Did we?
Yeah.
We're still going over here, though.
Yeah, we're still good over here.
So their purpose, okay, as historian Margaret Bunsen explains, quote, was to instruct
You can get that back?
the
Yeah, we're back up.
deceased.
All right, cool.
Was to instruct the deceased on how to overcome the dangers of the afterlife by enabling them to assume the form of several mythical creatures and to give them the passwords necessary for admittance to certain stages of the underworld.
I wonder what the passwords were.
Just
It's
walk
like
over.
you're trying to get in. It's like, special.
It's a pooper.
Pooper.
That's the final one.
100 grand.
That's the final one that gets you where you gotta go.
Can I get in now? What's the password? Pooper. No, that's down the street, man. You're at the wrong spot. You're in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's where the cool people go. Just saying. Yeah. So they also served, however, to provide the soul with foreknowledge of what would be expected at every stage. Having a Book of the Dead in one's tomb would be the equivalent of a student in the modern day getting their hands on all the test answers they would ever need in every grade of school. Okay, kind of cool.
I like it.
At some point prior to 1600 BCE, the different spells had been divided into chapters, and by the time of the New Kingdom, the book was extremely popular. Bunsen notes, quote, these spells and passwords were not part of a ritual, but were fashioned for the deceased to be recited in the afterlife.
I'm just picturing the Muppet, like, saying all this right now, because you keep saying Bunsen.
Isn't that him?
No,
No, it's
it's
Beaker.
Beaker.
That's Beaker.
Beaker, yeah.
Yeah, Bunsen
Bunsen's
is
the scientist guy with the
he's
glasses.
the scientist Beaker. No, that's Kermit. Hold on.
Kermit.
Bunsen, what did he sound like?
Kermit the Frog.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. No,
No,
was
that's what I picture, though. I'm just like, you're talking, but I'm picturing him just like,
just yattering off. Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty funny.
great.
So if someone were sick and feared they might die, they would go to a scribe and have them write up a book of spells for the afterlife. The scribe would need to know what kind of life the person had lived in order to surmise the type of journey they could expect after death.
So basically, none of them got into heaven because they all lied their asses off and didn't know the real answers.
Or maybe that's how it works.
Also, wouldn't it suck to pay all that money to have this elaborate book of death made, and then you lived another 40 years?
And you totally
I'm dying,
change as a
write the
person.
book.
Yeah. You change as a person. You got to go back and get another one. Can you fix this? Listen, I kicked the cat last week. I'm sorry.
Just need you to take like page 1 through the whole rest of the book out and replace it.
Just burn it. Just burn it. Just burn the fucking book. Yeah. So anyway, they need to know who that was. So prior to the New Kingdom, the Book of the Dead was only available to the royalty and the elite. The popularity of the Osiris myth in the period of the New Kingdom made people believe the spells were indispensable because Osiris featured so prominently in the soul's judgment in the afterlife. As more and more people desired their own Book of the Dead, scribes obliged them, and the book became just another commodity produced for sale. Bunsen writes, quote, Bunsen, now you got me to do it. Son of a bitch. The individual could decide the number of chapters to be included, the types of illustrations, and the quality of the papyrus used. The individual was limited only by his or her financial resources. So the more money you had, the more elaborate of a book you had.
So instead of a Book of the Dead, I just have like a pamphlet of the dead.
You have a sheet.
That sounds terrible.
You have a folded piece of paper, just like a football. Oh no! What's
It's one of those real skinny Post-it
No,
notes
what-
that are like this long. And like
what are
this
those
tall.
things called where you used to like predict things? The paper things where you go.
yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Dude, my kids love that shit. Right?
What the
They're
hell are those
they're in
called?
that I don't know what they're. I never knew they were called.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
And it predicted your future too, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
It said I would be right here.
Or
in
like
the most
your-
uncomfortable
yeah.
chair in the world.
Damn, that's spot on.
That's pretty good. I don't know who wrote that, but you better get them back. It continued to vary in form and size until right around 650 BCE when it was fixed at 190 uniform spells.
Okay.
But still, people could add or subtract what they wanted to from the text.
So you could get. They had a set. It was like they set the rules. They're like, all right, look. They sat down. They're like, what do we need to do to make this? Because this shit is getting old. Like I'm writing 10 different ones this week. I can't do this shit anymore.
Right.
They were like, what are your 10 most popular spells? What are yours? So they went around and gathered them all.
Right,
They're
they
like,
just went in the
let's
back,
throw them in. All right.
Threw it in a copier real
Those
quick.
are our spells right there that are in every book because those are the most popular.
Right. Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
seriously, I wonder if that's how they did it. Like, how did they choose what were the uniform 100?
It had to have been the most popular ones. Probably the same ones that everybody always asks for or they need or whatever. They'd have to.
Like that was, yeah. I'm just wondering. That's crazy.
I would assume so. So other copies of the book continue to be produced with more or less spells depending on what the buyer could afford. Right. The one spell which every copy seems to have had, however, was spell 125. So, what was spell 125, you ask? Well, guess what? I'm going to fucking tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
Please do.
Intriguing.
Spell 125 is actually pretty cool, and it's a story that spans other religious texts in different forms. It is essentially the judging of a person at the gates of the afterlife. In this case, it is the judging of the heart of the deceased by the god Osiris in the Hall of Truth, as it was vital that the soul pass the test of the weighing of the heart in order to gain paradise. Knowing what to say and how to act before Osiris, Thoth, Anubis, and the 42 judges, that's apparently what they had.
Ah, that's so many.
That's a lot of judges.
A little too many.
I've been in front of one judge before and I pissed my pants. So, yeah, just 42 of them would just freak me out. Yeah. But it was considered the most important information the deceased could arrive with. When a person died, Anubis would guide that person to the Hall of Truth so that they could make the negative confession. This was a list of 42 sins the person could honestly say they had never indulged in. Once the negative confession was made, Osiris, Thoth, Anubis, and the 42 judges would confer, and if the confession was accepted, the heart of the deceased was then weighed in the balance against the white feather of Ma'at, the feather of truth.
Oh.
If the heart was found to be lighter than the feather, the soul passed
She was a witch.
and went on toward paradise. They were allowed to go through. And if the heart was heavier, it was thrown onto the fucking floor or was devoured by the monster goddess Amut, and the soul would cease to exist.
Damn.
Those are both pretty fucking excessive. I'm not going to lie there.
It's
A
like,
bit much.
Yeah.
it's such the out. Like one of them's just like, oh, here you go, float off soul, you're good to go.
Yeah.
And the other
You.
one's just
Fuck you.
yeah, like fuck, dude, like
That's literally,
being
that's
devoured
yeah.
by fucking dog gods and shit.
Yeah.
Hoot.
And by the way, the monster goddess Amut, it just immediately makes me think of the dogs from Ghostbusters for some reason.
Yeah.
That's where I go. Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah.
The reason that this spell is included in every book is fairly obvious. One needed to know the different gods' names and what they were responsible for, but one also needed to know such details as the names of the doors in the room
Oh my.
and the floor one needed to walk across.
Okay.
One even needed to know the names of one's own feet.
Oh, fucking Bill and Tom.
Is that your feet name?
No, I don't know.
Oh, mine's fucking right and left. I don't know. It's,
Good old righty.
good old right and left. Left's been fucking with me lately. I don't know. Yeah, anyway.
Left is a dick.
Yeah. So as
Kick with him, I can't do anything.
always falling asleep. Wake the fuck up, you. As the soul answered each deity and object with the correct response, they would hear the reply, quote, "You know us, pass by us," and could continue. The spell finished up with a summary of what to wear and even what to offer. It read as follows, quote, "The correct procedure in this hall of justice. One shall utter this spell pure and clean and clad in white garments and sandals, painted with black eye paint and anointed with myrrh. There shall be offered to him meat and poultry, incense, bread, beer, fucking beer, yes,
Oh my goodness.
and herbs." All right, herbs. "And when you have put this written procedure on a clean floor of ochre overlaid with earth upon which no swine or small cattle have trodden."
What if it's a large cattle?
What if it's a cloven hoof animal?
Listen, it's a
Isn't
small.
small a subjective word though?
Yeah, well, no, I mean,
Because like that's an argument though. Because like you're just like, oh no, dude, there was a small cow that walked there. Like, dude, that fucking wasn't small. That was at least medium size. You're like arguing with gods.
well, that's at that point where you just go,
like what the fuck?
I seem bigger.
Yeah, well,
Right?
that's what I'm saying. It's subjective.
Yeah.
And in that case, who's right? Like, would it just automatically go to the god because
I am.
he's the god,
I'm right.
or is the person who said no, that's medium? Are they right?
Oh, there's 42 judges and one of you, so good luck.
Is like, do they go for like a vote? Do they all vote? You have to get at least half.
They're
to
whispering. Each other,
pass?
"Did you think it was small? I don't know.
Oh, dude.
I've seen bigger. Are you sure? Yeah, but I've also seen smaller." so wait a minute.
Hey, what about you?
I don't know. Is it medium size then? Hey,
I
baby.
think so.
Yeah, but Bill said that it's not big.
Yeah, but Bill's a dick.
I know, but he's still part of it. He's a fucking judge. I don't know what to say. What do you want me to tell him?
I don't know, dude. He's only here because his dad's a judge.
I know, but that's okay. Listen, how about this?
I don't think.
Hey, I'm right here.
And Bill's like, "Hey, fuck you guys."
It was small.
My dad said it was small, all right?
So there were quite a number of slips the soul might make. However, between arrival at the Hall of Truth and the boat ride to paradise, the Book of the Dead includes spells for any kind of circumstance, but it does not seem one was guaranteed to survive these twists and turns. So in other words, you can die and then die again?
Well, you don't get passed on to heaven or whatever they have there.
So you just...
I guess you're done. Your soul's just fucking...
Just fizzles out?
The earth, I guess. Or it's taken to the fucking...
Just a fart in a windstorm. Bye.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Oh my God. So... let's see, where was I at?
I just think it's funny that like you get all the answers. You're like, dude, this is all I gotta do. Cool.
And then you fuck it up.
Like it's a fucking step-by-step manual, and it's like you put this screw side in first before this side, so you just fucked yourself.
Sounds about every time I've ever made anything.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this must go here.
Yeah, I got this. And then you go back like 15 steps later to try to put it all together and like, son of a bitch.
That's where I fucked up the one.
That's where that screw goes into.
The thing that I didn't read.
Yeah. That part that I can't even fucking reach now. I got to take the whole thing apart. Those
like
lock washers are on there and god damn it.
If I gave you like it said earlier, you get the answers to the tests. So like that's if you got an exact copy of the test and you still fucking failed.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Like, how does that happen?
So not every detail described above was included in the vision of every era of Egyptian history. In some periods, the modifications are minor, while in others, the afterlife is seen as a perilous journey toward a paradise that is only temporary. At some points in the culture, the way to paradise was very straightforward after the soul was justified by Osiris, while in others, crocodiles might thwart the soul, or bends in the road may prove dangerous, or demons might appear to trick or even fucking attack.
Funny story. It's not really funny, but it pertains.
Okay.
Because they talk about crocodiles, right?
Okay.
My family name on my mom's side is Sebek, which is actually the Egyptian crocodile god. Thought that was cool.
It's pretty dope.
I didn't know that there was an Egyptian crocodile god.
It's Sebek. I'm sure it's pronounced differently, but that's how it's the same spelling. Everything, yeah.
It's pronounced sea bass.
Oh man, I can't kick his ass.
Kick his ass, sea bass. So, Jesus Christ, I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, with the crocodiles and stuff. In these cases, the soul needed spells to survive and reach paradise. So spells included in the book included titles such as "For repelling a crocodile, which comes to take away."
Yeah, you don't want to get taken away by a crocodile.
For driving off a snake.
Okay, that's just usually a boot or something.
For not being eaten by a snake in the realm of the dead.
That's a tough one.
For not dying again in the realm of the dead. That seems important.
Yeah, that one would be.
That's probably the only one you need to know, really, isn't it? At that point?
Yeah, I don't need. Come back. Just give me that one. I don't need the rest. Fuck that snake. Just give me this.
Button.
Yeah.
So you were going to give me 12 spells anyways. Can I just get 12 of these spells?
Right.
And I'll just use that one.
Just give me that one. That's all I need.
Over and over.
Also, for being transformed into a divine falcon.
Again, probably the only one you need.
For being transformed into a lotus.
Yeah.
For being transformed into a phoenix.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
For being transformed into more than meets the eye.
I don't...
And so on.
More than meets the eye.
Right, more than meets the eye.
What's this spell do?
Turns
you into more than meets the eye.
That's right.
What does that mean?
It means you're the fucking man.
Or is it like you look pathetic as fuck now, but there's more to meets the eye?
See, exactly. So you're there in all technicalities.
So
it's like,
does it like, do you say that and like you're in a costume all of a sudden?
You take off your cloak like, ha! I'm actually more than meets the eye. And then they just fucking shoot you and you walk away. Anyway. So the Book of the Dead, as noted, was never used for magical transformations on Earth. The spells only worked in the afterlife. The claim that the Book of the Dead was some kind of sorcerous text is as wrong and unfounded as the comparison with the Bible. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is also nothing like the Tibetan Book of the Dead, although these two works are often equated as well. The information about the Egyptian Book of the Dead that we got was taken from a great article on worldhistory.org. It's a great resource for anything historical, so if you guys get out there and check that out, that's where we got that from.
Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of the Tibetan Book of the Dead...
Huh, funny how that worked out.
And every time I even hear the word Tibet, I just think of the golden child.
Oh.
I want the knife. Please. I want the knife. It's such a good movie. Ah,
He killed it in the 80s.
oh god, he was so good. Like every movie had him in it, and every movie was amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
And then he did fucking Nutty Professor.
Yeah. It was still pretty good, decent.
I thought it was okay. Yeah, we're talking about Eddie Murphy, by the way, if you guys aren't aware. Anyway. So, although in Tibet there is no single text directly referred to as the Tibetan Book of the Dead, this English work is the primary source for Western understandings of Tibetan Buddhist conceptions of death. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the white man wrote it about Buddhist
Correct.
conceptions of
Right.
death.
Interesting.
These understandings have been highly influenced by Western spiritualist movements of the 20th and 21st centuries,
Okay.
resulting in efforts to adapt and synthesize various frameworks of other religious traditions, particularly those from Asian societies that are viewed as esoteric or mystical, including Tantric or Tibetan Buddhism. Yeah. Isn't Tantric sex like about having an intense orgasm without having intercourse?
Yeah, something like that.
It
Is
sounds
it?
like you just read it out of the dictionary right now.
No.
No, I know it's really, it's like
It's a
really,
real thing.
and it's like
I know.
really
also a band.
slow.
Yeah.
Like it's
And it's a
when-
band too. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
I love Tantric.
What do they sing?
I actually know. What is it? It's no, that's Days of the New. Shit. The guy from Tantric was in Days of the New. I don't remember. Anyway,
I
it
can't
doesn't
remember what
matter.
their song was. I know they had like one really big hit.
Yeah, they had a real big one.
I can't remember what it was.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Huge. So this has resulted in creative forms of appropriation, reinterpretation, and misrepresentation of Tibetan views and rituals surrounding death, which
Oh.
often neglect the historical and religious realities of the tradition itself. In other words, it's fucking
Those
it fucks everything up.
bastards.
It fucks everything up. Yeah. Did you find out what who that was?
Yes, there's a bunch of songs, but the one that I know from them is
What's
called Coming Undone. But their top hits are Breakdown, Down and Out, Astounded, Chain.
Breakdown.
I'd have to fucking hear him.
Oh yeah, it's that breakdown, dip down, dip. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Actually,
That's another fucking Beverly Hills Cop reference.
oh yeah, that's amazing. Oh shit, that might be like I think that might be the same freaking lyrics in those two songs too. Yeah, because that's
I don't know. I don't know that song.
what is his name? It's the guy from
Glenn Fry.
Glenn Fry. Yeah, yeah. Sick down,
great.
everybody want to do the fun now. No, okay, sorry.
Song. No, I
Yeah,
like
that was
Dude,
him like
that's a
hanging out
great
of
song.
the back of the semi. wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
No, that was the Pointer
That was Pointer
Sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Hot, dead and doing the new
Oh,
time
yeah,
dance.
yeah.
Yeah. God, I love that fucking movie. Shit. Anyway,
good.
the Tibetan Book of the Dead is a prime example of such a process, despite the lack of a truly existing Book of the Dead. Numerous translations, commentaries, and comparative studies on this book continue to be produced by both scholars and adherents of the tradition, making it a focal point for the dissemination and transference of Tibetan Buddhism in the West. Okay, we following that?
Buddhism in the West. I heard that.
Basically, they're trying to put it so we can understand it, when in reality they're kind of fucking it up.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Like, you know what I mean?
So trying to make by trying to make it more accessible, they're fucking it.
Yeah, and they're just kind of like convoluting it and mixing it with other shit and whatever, and it's instead of just leaving it the fuck alone. You know how
Yeah.
we've done everything forever.
Right.
So the set of Tibetan block prints that was the basis for the original publication of the Tibetan Book of the Dead in 1927 by Walter Y. Evans Wentz consisted of portions of the collection known as in Tibetan as the Great Liberation through Hearing in the Intermediate State of Bardo Thodal. Oh shit! Again. The Great Liberation through Hearing in the intermediate state or Bardo Thodal. Okay? Good. Or Bardo Thosgrod Chinmo.
Very good.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know the first one, but when you said that, I
Yeah,
got
now
it.
you got it,
makes
right?
sense, yeah.
Yeah, now it makes sense. This work is said to have been authored by, oh boy, Padmasambhava.
What did you just say?
Padmasambhava. Ah, fuck, I had it right the first time. Padmasambhava. Or Padmasambhava? Okay, listen. Padmasambhava.
Come again?
Exactly. In the 8th century CE, who subsequently had the work buried. It was rediscovered in the 14th century by the treasure revealer, Gdurt Stone, which is also the Karma Lingpa.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
Is that okay? Is it called the Dirt Stone, like Dirtstone?
No.
Okay, because I was like, if he just said the dirt stone with that fucking weird
No,
accent,
it's
to try to make it like sound cooler.
It's GTER.
Gert.
GTER.
Dirt.
Getier.
Sure.
And then stone, STON.
Okay,
Which is probably it's probably Bill Stevens, and it's just
it was just like I was like, I thought it was like literally the way you pronounce it. I thought I heard dirt stone. I'm like, is he trying to class up?
dirt stone.
Yeah.
And however, the dirt stone is coming.
I'm just like, it's dirt stone, dude. Like, what is
So, however, as a subject for literary and historical inquiry, it is nearly impossible to determine what Tibetan text should be classified under the Western conceptual rubric of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Okay?
Just so you know, I did not write that.
Well, it's due partly to the Tibetan tendency to transmit textual traditions through various redactions. So they change it all the time, which inevitably change the content and order of the collected works. So basically they'll say something and they'll be like, hold on a second, that's not quite right, or we've changed since then.
Yeah.
And so everything coming out after that is always going to be fucking different.
Right, so there's no like one straight.
Right.
fucking-
It's like the fucking telephone game of Books of the Dead, I guess. You know, I don't know.
Terrible game.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So despite this challenge, the few systematic efforts made by scholars of Tibetan and Buddhist studies to investigate Bardo Thadal literature and its associated funerary tradition have been thorough, and the works produced by Brian Cuevas and Donald Lopez Jr. are particularly noteworthy. I fucking hate that word. Son of a bitch. Anyway, the Bardo Thadal is essentially a funerary manual designed to guide the individual toward recognizing the signs of impending death and traversing the intermediate state, okay, between death and rebirth, and to guide one's consciousness to a favorable next life. So, hold on a second. Buddhism,
right.
Buddhism, they believe in reincarnation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that kind of makes sense with this whole thing.
It does.
Yeah. And what do you mean? I was more so stating. I wasn't asking. I was stating.
I'm glad you weren't asking because I didn't know.
So these instructions provide detailed descriptions of visions and other sensory experiences that one encounters when dying and during the post-mortem state. The texts are meant to be read aloud to the deceased by the living to encourage the consciousness to realize the illusory or dreamlike nature of these experiences and thus to attain liberation through this recognition, which is fucking super cool if you think about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just because the body's kind of dead, the consciousness may still be there. So they're talking to the consciousness, not like, okay, listen,
this is what you need to do.
this is what your ass needs to do right now.
Well, they say that
You're fucked right now, but I have this.
Go to the light, Caroline.
They do say though that your brain still works like 13 minutes after you're like dead. Like everything just stops working. Well, maybe.
Yeah, but how is that even possible if like you're
just not getting oxygen anywhere, but there's still electrical pulses going through, so you probably could still have auditory and stuff like that.
Did you know there was a serial killer that his like who the fuck was it? It was like an old timey guy, but he was basically like blood. It was this thing he liked blood, and like he liked to kill people, and like he stabbed a girl to death while he was like raping her or something one time. Dude was brutal. It was anyways. His last words were to like he got the guillotine, and his last words were like, "I hear it's true that the
dude, I just listened to the brain lives podcast on him.
The brain lives on for however long." He's
like, the vampire of Dusseldorf.
Okay, yeah,
that's who it is.
Is that Curtin?
Yes.
He was. He said something like basically asking if it was true that you could still hear after you were dead for a little bit,
because he said that would be
the blood rushing from the stump in his neck.
Said his words to him were something like, do you think you can still hear afterwards, because hearing my own head being cut off would be the like the quintessential thing.
It would be like
it'd be dude fucked up. That dude was fucked up.
That just reminded me.
He used to beat people to death just randomly with a fucking hammer. He would just walk around with a hammer in his fucking pocket and saw you.
Was that Curtin?
Yeah, same guy.
Because Macabre has a great song about that dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Yeah. Anyway, fuck him. So this presentation is indicative, as we're talking about here, indicative of a complex and intricate conceptual framework built around notions of death, impermanence, and their soteriological I got that.
Okay.
Propensities within a tantric Buddhist program developed in Tibet over a millennium, particularly within the context
Nailed it.
of
To get to this one.
Nyingma,
Okay.
esoteric tradition known as Dzogchen. Right, so that's what it is. It's called Dzogchen from Nyingma. So anyway, what they do, this is something that's been going on forever, basically.
Yeah.
And when they've done it and they had their own things, and again they change, they transfer, or whatever, and then somebody from Westerner comes over and goes, "Oh, we really want to write this down." Well, how do you write it fucking down when there's so many different variations of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, Tibet and other tantric Buddhist societies throughout the Himalaya have developed a variety of technologies for practically applying Buddhist understandings of death. And so this particular book is by no means the only manual utilized during the dying and post-mortem states, nor is it even necessarily included in all Tibetan or Himalayan funerary traditions. Nevertheless, this work has captured the interest of Western societies for the past century and has unofficially become the principal introduction not only to Tibetan death rites, but also to Tibetan Buddhism in general for the West. That's us over here.
Mhm.
Information in this summary was taken from the Oxford Research Encyclopedia website. So that's where we looked that up and found the info on that. The information.
Yeah, I've made it a point, a goal of mine to start referencing where we get our, because without that shit, we wouldn't have us.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to give everyone credit.
Yeah,
where
so
credit's
I'm
due.
trying to give credit. Like some of these websites are super cool, have a ton of info on like tons of different shit. So that's why I'm trying to make it like you got to give them their props. If that's where we're getting
absolutely.
our
Credit where credit's due.
If
100%.
I know the places that we're getting the information, then I gotta share it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So
We should be doing that as well.
yeah, I just think it's plus.
So to go along with
stealing
these, and I believe this is our last one here, there's also the lesser known Texan Book of the Dead.
The Texan, there's a Texan Book of the Dead.
Texan Book of the Dead.
Really?
Okay.
This one is followed by a certain group of people in the Americas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of people don't really know about this one, by the way.
They
Never heard
don't-
of it.
I've never heard of it. Have
Yeah.
you heard of it?
No, never heard of it.
Did you
Okay.
know about it?
A little bit I've heard of in circles,
Okay.
but I didn't know a lot about it. So there are some interesting passages in it, and they read as follows, quote, "You say you want to go to heaven. Well, I got the plans. Kind of walks like Sasquatch, but it breathes like Kubla Khan. In original dialect, it's really quite cryptical."
Yeah.
Yeah. Following that, it says, "It's
That's
given me powers,
crazy, dude.
but kept me low. Many have scorned this. Modern day Pharisees fat with espressos."
Interesting.
Yeah,
So it
it's very-
seems maybe. How long has espresso been around?
Espresso's probably been around for a while. Whenever someone took a fucking bean and went, "Fuck yeah, bro." You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good
You know what I
point.
mean?
I mean,
It
it's
is.
Italian, and Italy's been around for a long time.
Right.
so-
Yeah.
Right. So it also continues with, "You want to know paradise? Do you want to know hell?
Ooh.
Want to drink that cool, clear liquor? Better dig a little deeper in the well."
I wonder what you find.
Yeah. It goes on to reveal
That's
the
weird.
mantra.
Does it say like what language this? Was this an English thing?
I believe so. I believe so.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a
I
book
believe
in
so.
Texas, so
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Okay.
it's Texas, yeah.
Okay.
It goes on to reveal the mantra you need to recite to move on in the afterlife. Do you guys want to know what that mantra is?
I would love to
course.
hear it.
Yeah.
This is intriguing.
Texas, I want to know what I'm dealing with.
All right, it goes, and you guys got to take this
Is
seriously.
this word for word?
This is word for word, and you guys need to learn this seriously.
All right,
like
I'm
listeners, poopers out there, listen to this. Like, get this in your
Okay.
head, okay?
Okay.
I
listen.
can't wait to hear.
All
this.
right.
I'm listening.
It goes 1 for the money, 2 for the show, and a knick-knack paddywhack. Give the Lord a handicap. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah. Twing, twang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah. Twing, twing, walla, walla, bang, bang. Oh, yeah. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah. B-I-N-G-O. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah. E-I-E-I-O. So you guys have to recite that. All right? You have to learn these
And
things.
that'll get us past.
Yes.
So every time I do
yes.
a push-up now, when I go before I go to bed, I'm gonna recite this.
All right.
You
so
have to
that's
do it.
that's the mantra.
Right.
That's
So
the mantra.
Okay.
it finishes with an emphatic phrase to remind you that in the afterlife, you're not running the shots anymore.
No.
Okay.
Okay. What
Because
is
you're
it?
not. Because you're dead,
No, you're
dude.
dead.
You're going someplace else. And
And
it's
if you
simply,
forgot that mantra, you're fucked.
Yeah.
right.
big
And
fuck.
it simply reads,
What is it?
quote,
Yeah.
"It is written, I have spoken.
Okay.
So put this in your pipe and smoke it."
I'm like trying to be serious. I can't do it.
So if you made it through that with us, you probably understand that it was just a bunch of bullshit. Texan Book of the Dead is actually a song by the band Clutch that we love so much, but we figured we'd have some fun with it. So, think that the song has a deeper meaning referring to the ridiculousness of trendy ideas about spirituality and the process of life and death. See, fucking love Clutch.
Just like you being so serious.
Oh, yeah, I was trying.
It is written.
Yeah.
I have spoken.
I'll put it in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, I was trying really hard,
You
dude.
see, like, God. Like,
He's standing there. It is written, and I, God, have spoken. Now, put it in your pipe and hath spoken or smoking, whatever.
being a total asshole one day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to make this. And someone's like, God, I don't think that'd be a good idea. He's like, it is written, and I have spoken. Put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it.
So fuck off, you.
It's like assistants, like, whoa, dude. Whoa.
I have spoken.
So listen, before we get into the movies, we actually have a new sponsor.
Wait, we do?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, we do.
We have a new sponsor, and we want you guys all to, listen, we've been getting a lot of sponsors, and it's been really awesome. So do us a favor, check these guys out, and let us know what you think.
Today's episode is brought to you by the ultimate one-star, shitty, insufferably long download time online game, Best Farts. Join over 7 people who are already playing this horribly rated, expensive as hell puzzle misadventure. Enter the world of diarrhea and collect nasty characters like Ghost Poo, the Hershey Squirts, and the Green Apple Splatters. Level them up and defeat the Turds. With more than 2 miserable levels, hate your pathetic life with hours and hours of poopy agony. Download it today for Dreamcast, SkyPager, and all outdated flip phone devices. Best Farts, because fuck it.
Well, I mean, that's a great sponsor to have.
I want that.
We've made it. We
Yeah.
we officially have a game
It's awesome, dude.
that we can that sponsors us.
Yeah, that's great.
It's amazing.
2 levels.
On my Dreamcast.
2 whole
I
levels.
cannot wait.
Can you imagine how hard those levels are?
They're probably ridiculous.
Wow.
I mean, it's the best 1-star rated game out there.
Also, if there's only 2 levels, how can you get at least 3 separate characters?
I didn't make the game, Moody. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no
You know
idea
what?
how it goes.
It's an A+ game, guys.
It is.
Go, you need to download.
You guys
that
go
shit.
look up and find Best Farts because it's fucking beautiful.
If that's a real thing.
And obviously it's not true. Son of a bitch. And we just wanted to throw that in there this week because fuck it.
I like that you felt you had to explain yourself.
Because somebody right now is going, that's farts. Like going to the app store trying to get
I was trying to do that. I was like, maybe I'll download it right now.
So listen, it's time for my favorite part of the show.
Hold on.
It is the movies.
And now, boys and girls, it's your favorite part of the show.
And it's time for another beer.
Review. Which top 10 movies will make the cut today?
Ta-da! So we're going to be discussing 7 terrifying movies featuring the Necronomicon.
Okay, we need to take a vote before we do this. 'Cause
Okay.
I haven't seen this list.
Okay.
Normally I put the movie list in there, but I haven't.
I
seen
have,
this
so
one.
Okay.
you guys go ahead and take a vote.
Of the 7,
Yep.
how many do you think are actually terrifying?
1.
Okay.
All right, so the
I'm gonna
7
go with 0.
terrifying ones here. The first one that we have here is the Dunwich Horror from 1970.
That's a boy, Lovecraft. That's a Lovecraft story.
This movie never got rave reviews, but it did add to the pop culture relevance to the history of the Necronomicon. Despite its blatant 1970 style, it has a sort of creepy charm to it. This particular mystery is taken from Lovecraft's novel by the same name, in which Wilbur Wheatley, a seemingly harmless young man, coerces a female virgin from California University,
Heyo.
to be the vessel for the spawn of the devil. Sounds right. It's worth a watch, even if it's just to learn more about what the Necronomicon, my mouse, can do when it's in the hands of someone who wants to destroy the world. So there you go.
So that'd be like if I had the Necronomicon.
Correct.
Okay.
So the next one on our list is the entire Evil Dead franchise.
Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, so not even like just one of the movies, it's like all of them.
It's because they're all fucking amazing.
They are pretty awesome.
Yes.
Also, Ash vs. the Evil Dead, amazing. I just
Yeah.
finished the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah. I had watched seasons like 1 and 2, like when it was out, and then I never watched the 3rd season.
So did they end the season as in like it's done, or did they end it like they were hoping for a 4th?
They left it open like there was going to be another one, but it also works as like a great fucking ending. So.
Okay. Awesome. Holy shit. Speaking of Necronomicon. So yeah, we know the Evil Dead franchise constitutes 4 movies, a series, as well as a handful of crossover movies, comic books, and more, but we're going to count it as one for the sake of this list.
New one's being filmed right now.
Yeah, this is super cool. Yeah. As for the Necronomicon, as far as it's concerned, it's pretty much contained in the 4 feature films, as well as the television series. The supernatural horror film franchise with the brainchild of the one and only Sam Raimi, and revolves around the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, which is referenced as an ancient Sumerian text that systematically targets and possesses its victims. Initially, a group of teenagers, dumb teenagers, who are staying in a cabin overnight in The Evil Dead. The franchise devolves into a sort of comedic horror hybrid, which suits fans just fucking fine.
Yeah, it's
yeah, they're amazing.
It's
good.
great.
They're so good.
There's a reason they're my favorite.
They're so good.
There's a reason they're my favorite.
Because they're good.
They're amazing.
Right. Mm-hmm. So next one on our list here is Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday.
They're connected.
Yeah. The 9th chapter of the Friday the 13th franchise, where we get yet another dose of our favorite supernatural psycho, Jason Voorhees. We see Jason return from the dead in order to possess the body of a medical coroner. Oh, yeah, I do remember this one now. Yeah. So we realize that even after his death, we could never escape the fate of Camp Crystal Lake. This movie is one of several interesting crossovers. That appears with Raimi's Evil Dead franchise, as the Necronomicon and the Kandarian dagger appear within the movie very briefly. Here's the thing, though, and Adam Marcus confirmed it later on, Jason Voorhees is now a Deadite after his mother made a deal with the devil to bring her son back. Holy shit.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Holy shit, that's fucking cool. Why aren't they doing more with that?
Told you. Remember we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, but why are they not doing
that? Would be huge.
That would be amazing.
Huge.
At least give us a series. You know, like
something.
Like a small little mini series or something like that.
Yeah, come on, Netflix.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
One of you guys, just not Apple TV, because fuck you, Apple.
Yeah, they do.
As everything I own is Apple products. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't own one.
So the next one on our list is Necronomicon Book of the Dead from 1994.
Seems self-explanatory.
Yeah. This film is a collection of 3 terrifying Lovecraft stories brought together as an anthology. In the Cold, it revolves around a scientist who cannot tolerate warm temperatures. Okay. The Drowned tells the story of a man who inherits a dilapidated mansion from his uncle. And Whispers concerns 2 police officers who have to deal with a particular resident of a horrifying subterranean community. Particular. I got hung up a little bit on the end because I didn't know if I was going to fuck it up or not. And it was like,
is there a Lee at the end?
Yeah. I was reading it like, oh, please don't be a fucking Lee at the end. Next one here is Out of Mind: The Stories of H.P. Lovecraft from 1998.
I have not seen this one.
This particular movie never made it to the big screen. In fact, the low budget and actors made this a less refined yet interesting take on Lovecraft's original creations. We follow the story of a young man who inherits a book, the Necronomicon, from an estranged uncle, and against his better judgment begins to investigate the content of the book quite intently. After reading from the book, he begins to be haunted by disturbing dreams that are reminiscent of the Lovecraft universe. This leads him to become interested in the writings of the father of cosmic horror himself. So basically he reads it and all of a sudden just like, well, I really like H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, great movie, guys.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, all right. This one, The Theater Bazaar from 2011.
Okay.
Seen it? No, seen it?
No.
This anthology of horror features a myriad of inexplicable and terrifying stories, part spiraling insanity, part supernatural exploration. Enola Penny is obsessed with what is thought to be a long-abandoned theater. Acting upon her impulsive curiosity, she sneaks in one night, and what she finds in that dilapidated auditorium is a show she could never have expected. This show features 6 different stories, and while it might not be a huge part of the story, there is one entitled Mother of Toads, which is based loosely on a story by Clark Ashton Smith, a colleague of H.P. Lovecraft's. Yeah, that was like fucking took forever to get that string moving. Jesus.
I loved at the end of one. I can't remember what you said, what sentence it was. You were like out of breath, so it just came out of.
That's exactly how I do it. Yeah,
Smith's story, funny, dude.
Smith's stories regularly featured the Necronomicon, and this one is no exception.
Don't say it.
So the last one, all right, the last one here.
We've gone through 7 already?
Yeah, this is the 7th.
Oh,
I haven't seen this, but I've heard awesome shit.
All right.
Because, okay, I was a fan of the movie Mandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
He basically just fucking goes and just wreaks havoc and revenge on fucking people that killed his old lady.
Speaking of, do you see he's coming out with a new movie?
No.
Dude.
What's it called?
Shit. Is it called Color Out of Space?
No.
Because that's our next movie.
Hey, what a segue.
Hold on. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay, so loosely based on the short story by Lovecraft. I didn't know that.
I did know that.
Color Out of Space is possibly the most successful movie to come out of the body of work of H.P. Lovecraft. This isn't, of course, due to a flaw in his story so much as inability to capture the cosmic horror subgenre in which Lovecraft is responsible. This doesn't follow the short story that Lovecraft wrote specifically, so it can't be judged based on those merits, but it does capture the essence of Lovecraft's cosmic horror. This movie focuses on a secluded farm that is struck by a strange meteorite, the consequences of which are quite disastrous for the family who lives there with the potential of it reaching the rest of the world. I gotta watch that now. I think I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch that and let you guys know how I think.
His new movie coming out soon called Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
I thought it was already out.
Is it already out?
Yeah.
Dude, what the?
He was just in another one about a pig too that apparently is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Basically, he gets locked for that one. He gets locked inside a Chuck E. Cheese, basically.
Yeah. Have you guys seen they did the
and they
remake?
come to life?
Yeah.
Well, they did the remake. Remember, like last year, 2 years ago, they did the remake of fucking what are those goddamn things? Oh my god, the Banana Splits is a horror movie.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
It's like it's fun. You can tell it's like low budget, but it's still fun. So it sounds like it's like a version of that almost.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. Nicolas Cage, I love that he's actually doing these weird ass kinds of movies now. Because he's a weird ass kind of dude.
So I was thinking about this.
Uh-oh.
What if?
I was thinking.
Just like, what if, man? Like, this would be the ultimate, like, I fucking got you scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, what if he's doing all these fucking random, just bullshit movies and acting all crazy just to fuck with people?
Yeah. I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
Like, what if, like,
I'm pretty sure it's because he's fucking broke, but I hope that's the case.
But what if he's like 80 years old, right? And he's just like, remember that time back in like the early 2000s? Remember that shit when I was in all those really weird, dumb movies? I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, I was just fucking around. I would love that, to be honest with you.
That'd be so amazing.
Because, dude, he's a fucking nut job, but I love him as an actor.
Yeah, he's really
I really do.
Oh, he's great.
I've always loved him as an actor because he's just so fucking weird and quirky.
Yeah.
National Treasure and Gone in 60 Seconds. Top two.
See, I'm not a fan of those. I was more of a fan of like.
Well, you're also not a fan of Ghost Rider.
Dude, fucking Raising Arizona.
I thought Ghost Rider was horrible.
Raising Arizona is amazing.
Is one of the best movies of all time.
Con Air.
Con Air was great.
Con Air was good.
Because he was so like over the top and
so
douchey.
ridiculous,
Yeah, it was such a douchey movie, but it's so fun.
Oh, it's great.
God,
Steve
it's so
Buscemi
good.
is amazing.
And Steve Buscemi, yeah, he's great. Oh, he's got the lipstick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
That's
Billy Madison.
That's Billy Madison when he
No,
calls in.
Steve Buscemi. Wait, hold on. Steve Buscemi, what was
he was
in
like
Con Air?
Yeah, he was like the evil cannibal dude or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Or the
You're
child,
right.
the child killer guy.
Yeah. And he met the little girl.
Yeah.
And was walking around with her, and it was all fucking weird.
Yeah.
We're like, what's he gonna do?
We know.
Please don't do it. Yeah. So it was great. Anyway, I love all those, and not that I don't know. I could not get behind the National Treasure movies.
I liked them. They were like
I liked
silly,
the first one a lot.
but they were great.
The second one was more far-fetched, and I didn't really.
Yeah.
It was literally like if you bought the Da Vinci Code from Wish. That's what National Treasure was.
That's like no.
It's the same movie.
No, it is not.
It's the same fucking movie.
National Treasure was so much
Here's
better
a
than the
code.
Da Vinci
You have
Code.
to figure it out. It's on the back of a dollar bill. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
But see, the thing with that is National Treasure thing is way more of like that hits a lot more close to home with like conspiracy type dudes.
Yeah, that's the reason why I liked it so much, because the Da Vinci Code is more like the religious portion of
Yeah.
things, which I'm not really.
But this is like
I like
this
the
can
history.
relate to like dudes. Yeah,
this
you
stuff
know
can
what I'm
actually
saying?
be
Like,
going on too.
I don't know. Anyway.
Dude, that's like it's fucking perfect.
I think his best movie he's come out with recently that I've seen is Mandy. Mandy's fucking
I haven't seen
badass.
any
Dude,
of
you
his.
got to
I haven't
watch
seen
it.
Mandy yet.
It's like really weird and psychedelic in parts and stuff because they're like him and his old lady are like smoking pot and they fucking like start tripping or doing whatever. And then all of a sudden, not to fucking ruin it for anybody, I'm not going to. Just fucking watch it. It's too new to ruin.
I'm about to go home and watch Willy's Wonderland right now, though. If that's out.
I'm gonna watch this one.
I'm 99% sure that's on Netflix.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch Color Out of Space tonight. I'm gonna see that. And if you guys have seen it, listen. If any of you guys have seen this, let us know.
About that Color Out of Space.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty badass. To be honest with you.
Oh, Kick Ass.
What?
Kick Ass.
Oh, he was in Kick-Ass, wasn't he?
Yeah. Sid just said that he was in that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of...
I've never seen Kick-Ass.
I don't know.
Me
What do you... I mean, you've never seen it?
No.
The little girl in it's fucking amazing.
Wait,
I've
no,
seen the
is
trailer
that,
with her.
No,
Yeah.
I have seen. Have I seen that? I don't know.
He's having a fucking talk with himself over here. I don't know. Have I? Did I? Did you? Hey, dumbass.
Am I off screen right now?
Yeah, like I
Am
don't
I
know.
on screen?
Yeah.
You're there.
All right.
You're there. All right, so passengers, we hope you enjoyed your ride with us on the Necronomicon. We know we got a little bit nerdy on that one and kind of went out there, but it's super cool. First of all, you got a guy who is either, I think he's both genius and fucking insane, H.P. Lovecraft.
And racist. Don't forget
Well,
racist.
he's super racist and anti-Semitic as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was real bad, Ugh. Which sucks, but don't judge. Listen, you can judge a person's work without judging the person's character.
See,
correct? You can do that.
That is such a big problem today.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
People can't separate the bullshit.
you can
from the-
separate that shit. And I know it's hard to do because when you sit there and you find somebody and you're like, wow, I love this, but then you find out, okay, they beat their fucking wives. Okay, he's a piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
But that doesn't mean that what he created isn't something amazing or she created.
Right.
Okay. You can hate that motherfucker all day long. That doesn't mean you have to fucking squash everything he's ever made.
I
Yeah,
agree.
You don't have to. That's just my opinion. You don't have to, take that. You guys can run with it and fucking tell me to fuck off. I don't give a shit.
Everyone has the wrong opinion.
Yeah,
Well.
that's right. Right. And it's always you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, like he was the predecessor to so many fucking people.
Yes.
Like there's people that even today that are creating films and writing books and stuff that'll sit back and go, it was H.P. Lovecraft that got me to where I am right now.
Like the Mummy.
Well, if you go back and you listen to our episode, we actually talk about the H.P. Lovecraft and how many people he influenced and shit like that. So
Yeah,
so it's super cool to me that he did that.
Right.
But then it's super cool to me that there are the cultures of, Egyptian culture and stuff that you could actually go and buy a book to basically
to
guide
help
you.
you,
Yeah,
through
to
the-
guide you.
yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
We should have shit like that for a couple reasons. A, if it's true, kind of gonna need that.
Yeah.
B, even if it's
Yeah,
not,
But how do we know?
it's like a sense of security at that point in time.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
So you have to go up to see St. Peter and there's like 42 judges up there. Is that how it goes?
Oh,
If that's true, and then what do you got to do, man?
Each judges the
I
42
want to know what the
sins.
damn questions are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you know what they are.
I don't know what the 42 sins are, though.
I'm sure I've gotten all of them.
I'm just curious about that because there's
Actually,
42
no.
judges that judge the 42
Yeah.
sins that you may or may
Maybe we'll
not
do a
have.
bonus on the 42 sins.
I think we should.
Yeah, that'd be
sounds cool.
fun. Find out what the Egyptian 42 sins are. And
That's on you. That sounds like too much work.
yeah, yeah, throw it in there. I could do
That's
that.
a lot of
We'll
fun.
knock that out.
They got you, mate.
42 sins, dude.
Yeah.
If it takes you like 2 minutes to read each one, that's a long ass episode.
It's like, sir, number 39. Have you ever masturbated with mayonnaise? And they're like, no.
But we have video of
Right. You lying sack of shit.
Son of a bitch.
1993.
The other 41 judges have seen this.
1993. We saw you, you little shit. Get the fuck out of here. That's so funny. So next week, join us here. Anyway, it was a super fun ride on this Necronomicon thing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next
Yeah,
week, we're going to be
yeah,
doing
it
something a
was
little
good.
bit
I like
different.
that Texan book of the
Yeah, the
that was a
Texan
good
Book
one.
of the Dead was awesome.
I'm just surprised there wasn't a gun in it. That's the only downside.
Tell Clutch we said hi if you guys have talked to those fellas. Just tell them we said hi. And now join us next week right here. We're going to be talking about haunted rock venues,
Yeah, that'll be cool.
which I'm really excited about.
How excited are you?
In Cleveland.
Wait, what? You said,
And to be honest, we've both.
Yeah. Do you remember when we met Lemmy down there?
Yeah.
And we were all standing there and he went walking by. I think it was you. It was just like, "What's up, Lemmy?" And he just turned around and went, "I haven't heard about it," and walked away. We were
Yeah.
all like,
Yeah.
"That was awesome."
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be
was a
talking
good
about
time.
haunted venues from across the United States and maybe even outside of the United States. Like we'll find out. And some of them we've actually been to and or played
Yeah.
at.
So the list that I had started looking at, there was like 20 or 25 or something like that on there. And I know for a fact that between you and I, we've been to at least like 12 of them.
I'm excited about that.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because I love talking about places I've been to, especially the cool spots. Because you go to these fucking cool spots, dude. Like and there is a place here, and I'm not saying whether or not it is on the list or not, and I don't want to know, but there's a place here in Cleveland called the Agora.
Mhm.
The basement of the Agora they claim.
If you're wondering, it's where the famous scene in This Is Spinal Tap was filmed.
Yeah.
Where they're in the basement and they can't find their way out to the stage. That was in the basement of the Agora.
Yeah.
No shit, I didn't know that.
The Agora is claimed to be haunted, and it's. I tell you what, it's fucking spooky down there.
You know what? Tune in.
It is.
And we'll tell you.
And we'll talk about it. Absolutely. So make sure you guys are doing that.
You know, if you don't want to listen, that's cool too. But fuck off.
Wow. I don't even. When did that? What? You all right?
I was just saying, you were like, if you guys want to listen, come on. If you don't want to.
So make sure to stop over to our official website, themidnighttrainpodcast.com. At our website, you can buy some super sweet merchandise. And we got some new shit up there. You guys get over there and check that shit out.
Ape.
Yeah, and listen, you know what? Right now, I'm going to go ahead and
Marginally
say it. If you want to save 20% on your order of $25 or more, just put in the code producer. All right? We're going to do that right now. Cool. Producer. Yeah, doing it.
It's time for me to buy a new shirt.
Yeah.
It's time for me to actually get one.
Yeah, so just go and type in producer, and your order of $25 or more, you will save 20%.
That is amazing because
Right.
you're opening that up to everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For right now, this episode.
So that also includes you.
I'm going to change it in like 3 days. No, I'm just kidding. You guys get out there. And
Give it till the next episode.
Yeah, you guys get some merch.
And if nobody's bought anything, we'll do it again.
If no one's bought. I was like, wait, hold on, what? So over there, you guys can find your Fecal Fighter Shit-Eating Robot t-shirt. You can find your Don't Be a DeSalvo t-shirts. You can find your new fucking ape man.
Marginally like big hairy man beast.
Yes, and it's proud to be one. So, ladies, get it for your husband. There's t-shirts, or husbands, your boyfriends, your whatever, your fucking whoever. Get it for him. There's t-shirts, there's mugs, there's all kinds of cool shit.
You know what? Just get it for whatever.
Get it for
marginally ape like big hairy man
you know what?
beast
Maybe
was in
you're
your
a
life.
fucking marginally ape-like hairy man beast.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
Rock it.
yeah.
And send us a picture.
I've
of it
known a
as well,
couple
too.
women like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I was afraid of them.
I bet.
Yeah.
She sent him a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was my mom. But anyway.
Okay. That went dark.
All right. So listen, we do got to talk about our actual real sponsor that we love so much. It's Dr. Squatch Soap.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Squatch is changing the way men approach hygiene by providing all natural, high quality, healthy products like bar soaps, which their soaps are so awesome. Hair care, colognes, beard oils, and more. Which, Moody, do you use any of the beard oil?
I didn't know they had.
Okay, well, there you go.
Honestly, I got into the soap because
The soaps are badass.
and I haven't really gone farther than the soap.
I not that you're gonna like be into this at all, but I got their Star Wars one.
Yeah, I saw that they had one.
It's so badass,
The
dude.
packaging is cool as fuck.
It's so
If you're into that
cool.
sort of thing.
The packaging's amazing on it. Anyway, these things, they make you feel like a man and smell like a champion. All soaps and products are made
love
right
it.
here in the United States using the finest all-natural ingredients, not cheaply made or harmfully mass-produced. You can get 20% off your first subscription. Just head on over to themidnighttrainpodcast.com/sponsors. Click on the banner and use promo code DSC Squatch20. That's DSC SQUATCH 20 to get the best damn soap. And that's no joke.
I agree. I love it.
I really do. And that's another thing too. It's not like, oh, someone's paying us to do this. I fucking love this soap.
I do too. I have the subscription.
Yes, I do too. Before we even did this, I had it.
yeah,
I
me
love
too.
it. I love it.
It's great.
And listeners keep asking I did it again.
You do that all
I know. I
What
don't.
the fuck is wrong
Now
with
it's
you?
become a thing. Asking how they can help keep the steam in our engines. Well, if you like what you hear from us, consider being a producer of the show by heading on over to themidnighttrainpodcast.com and clicking on the Patreon button, or just go to patreon.com/The Midnight Train Podcast. For as little as $5 a month, you can get all kinds of cool shit like custom shirts, custom posters, custom stickers, bonus episodes, which you will be hearing plenty about. There's a ton over there, and there's going to be a ton more coming.
You know what's fucked up, dude?
I don't know what.
That I had to subscribe to Patreon so I could listen to my own goddamn bonus.
Wait, did you subscribe?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't get any notification.
I have to subscribe to that shit to get my own
Right.
bonus.
Even us, we subscribe to it.
Subscribe.
That's fucked up, dude.
Even my wife subscribes to it. Too.
Yeah, she
loves
does.
it.
Yeah,
She does.
my daughter-in-law subscribes to it, and yeah.
I don't know anybody that does.
Yeah. I know plenty of people, and it's amazing too. So if you're a diehard Midnight Train fan,
Chainsaw's been a producer since like the 1750s.
yeah, before we were even in existence.
Yeah.
Like he's just
pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's been saving money. He just gave it to us.
If you guys want to help produce this motherfucker, that our Patreon's for you, and you become a pooper, and we'll send you all kinds of cool stuff. You have special invites to everything else, and to be honest, it's gonna be fun.
Live streams of our ghost hunt.
Ghost hunt coming up October 30th.
30th.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be badass.
Just to even be called a pooper is just it's
I know.
it's phenomenal.
You guys are poopers.
You're poopers.
You're poopers.
I'm a pooper.
You are a pooper.
I am a pooper.
You're not a pooper yet.
Moody's not a pooper.
I'm a party pooper.
Everyone likes a party, but what is it? How does it go? Like no one likes a but a part.
Yeah,
Fuck it,
I know
whatever.
I know what you're
It's a
saying.
party pooper one
The
anyway.
party.
Yeah. So also you can easily like, subscribe, and rate us on your favorite podcast platform, and most importantly, share the Midnight Train to everyone. That is seriously the most effective way of getting us out there more, is just tell your friends about us.
Because you clearly have bad taste, so all of your friends would have bad taste as well, and they would probably like us.
Wait, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell everybody.
You know what I'm saying, right?
tell them all.
Yeah.
Like
Like
the people listening clearly have bad taste.
right. Yeah.
So their friends
Right.
would also clearly have bad taste. Because you
By
you
the
know,
way,
you're with them.
Moody is like high right now, so just don't listen to a fucking thing he said.
Dude, he looked at me like halfway through. He was like, dude, I'm fucking high.
So it worked. It worked.
I'm good, dude. I'm good.
But it's amazing in that, seriously, you guys telling everyone about us, even if they have bad taste and you have bad taste, then fuck it. Guess what? You have the best damn bad taste I've ever met or known, and fuck it.
And I'm the one that's high.
Right. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm getting buzz on, so it's fun. We can't thank you all enough for the love and support that you guys have given us. Like, it's so cool, like online and everything else. And you guys really do keep the train moving, so thank you so much. And I really want to talk about our superheroes, the people who really support us, our poopers.
I love talking about poopers.
Give it to me, baby. Thank you to, huge thank yous to Maggie Brothers, Albert Lopez, Miles Campbell, Brian Gunzelman, Margaret Atkins, Colleen Cox, Pumpkin Escobar, Mac Doherty, Gina Madison, Janet Sherrill, Laura Randall, Chad Flint, Cheryl Pierce, Chris McLeod, Justin Kowalczyk, Rob Webb from the Funbox Podcast. Check out the Funbox Podcast. He's an amazing guy. Christina Skelton and Jessica Bartolome from the Sister Skeleton Podcast.
Correct. Yeah.
That's not the Sisters Skeleton Podcast.
Clearly not.
That's coming soon, though.
Absolutely.
That's coming soon, yeah. Maria Gibbs, Chainsaw.
The fuck?
Jigsaw, Craig Spurlock, Rick Resler, Courtney Batchelor, Katie Brabennick, and our buddy Bill Birch.
Oh, good for you.
If you want your name to be mentioned on the show, just simply become a Patreon producer, man.
Just
we'll talk
become a
about you
pooper.
guys. That's become a pooper. That's it.
I just
Now
want
listen.
to- I just want to point out how I fucking nailed that shit.
Good job, buddy. You did better today than you do normally.
It's fucking right.
So now we know what to do every single time.
I just got to keep him fed with edibles. That's all.
Give him fucking edibles.
Like every time he comes, it's like a cat with treats. Like shake it, like
He's also going to be there.
yay! Listen, I also want to say a big thank you to one of our poopers, Rick Resler. And not only did he upgrade his Patreon or whatever, but he actually gave us and I'll bring it down here and put it on the table. I actually didn't do it today because we were rushed for time, but he gave us it's a badass skull mug.
Yeah.
And I'll bring it down and make
I
sure
saw
it's
the
on the
picture
table.
of that.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah, I posted it where I was drinking my coffee out of it the other day. So yeah.
Cool.
So thank you, Rick. We appreciate you,
Yeah,
brother.
man, that's awesome.
All right.
Absolutely.
I think that's enough of us. What do you
Wait,
think?
how much do I got to spend to get the bonuses?
We'll talk about it later.
I'm just wondering, dude.
I got you. We'll take care of it for you.
No, it's, man, I was trying to do a little advertisement right there, and you just blew it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's only $5, Moody.
Only $5?
It's only $5.
And I get all the bonuses.
You get all the bonuses.
The bonuses.
That's
And
fantastic.
you get to watch live stream shit.
Really?
Yes.
What are you guys live streaming?
Fucking everything.
Yeah?
No. Not yet, but we're getting there. We're working on it. We're working the bugs out. Right now, we're live streaming on YouTube, and at least most
Barely.
of it, kind of. How did it work out?
It was all right.
Full
We ran into a
disclosure.
few issues, but
Hold
it's
on,
all good.
full disclosure.
Yes.
We're doing this shit during a power outage, right?
Yes, we're running on
John
fucking
has
Jenny's.
a fucking generator.
Oh, yeah.
and that's the only reason this is happening.
I totally
right now.
forgot to even mention that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then about halfway through,
It
it,
did just came
seems
back.
like the power kicked back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we lost video feed for a little bit, huh?
Yeah. It was all good though.
Look, that's what I'm saying. My wife is mad at me.
Keep going.
There's,
Spill it.
there's no power,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're on generator power.
It's also your wife's birthday as well, too. Like,
That's why she's mad at me.
Well, that's another reason why she's mad at you.
I love you. I really do. No, but all that shit.
And we're still here.
And here we are.
We're still doing it.
We don't fuck around, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's right. We big pimping.
That's right.
You guys, we do this shit. We get fucking kicked out of the house for you, man.
Hell yeah.
Sleeping on couches and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm lucky.
All right. Well, I'm going to watch The Color Out of Space tonight or whatever it's called. That's what I'm doing. And I'm probably going to drink some more of this. By the way, full disclosure, not a huge fan of the grapefruit goggle fogger.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I expected.
The regular goggle fogger is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
This grapefruit one, not so good.
The regular what?
Goggle fogger. I can say that, but I can't say particularly.
Wait. Moody. Pooper.
See, that's whatever. Goggle fogger's
It's
amazing.
just fucking funny.
At least the way he says.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching,
said goggle fogger in that sleepy voice, I might die.
you mean you're sitting in a goggle fogger? All right, get the fuck out of here. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there, and passengers, as always, choo choo, motherfuckers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Bye.